Hey y'all, what is good? It's your girl Ganjanae and I'm live, baby. Yes. On a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, y'all. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, wonderful night, wherever you are in the world, okay? Absolutely. Let me go ahead and see who is here. 1 second, y'all. Hey, Aqua. Hey, love. Yes, hit that like, please. Yes, subscribe, hit that notification. Yes, and get the membership. Thank you, love. And yes, definitely enjoy. Hey, awake. You said, yeah, I was hoping you were hopping on tonight because I fell asleep on last night. Oh, yes, girl. We are definitely live tonight as promised. Hey, Ari. Sending it right back to you, love, tenfold. Yes, I'm happy you're here. I see that one chick. Hey, girl. Hey, Letitia. Hey, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I gotta do a couple things before we begin. For some reason, my Instagram is like logged out. So give me 1 moment to get that situated. And then let me go ahead and put this to subscribers mode. Okay, there we go. And then let's see. Did they send it? No. That is so strange. I don't know why it logged out. But for the meantime, I will. Hey, girl. I will make my announcements really quick here. All right, y'all. So here is my Buy Me a Coffee link if you would like to support the channel, okay? There's also super chats and super stickers available as well as Cash App, all right? Or you can energetically support the channel by just hitting that like button for me, okay? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, okay? I would so greatly appreciate the support alone, all right? And if you have any tea that y'all want me to talk about on this here channel, you can send it to this email, okay? Or feel free to hit me up on either one of my social media platforms. That is my Instagram and my Twitter on the screen, okay? Also, definitely, hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. But also go ahead and check out my gossip page as well, Puff Puff Gossip, okay? On Instagram. All right. Let me see what's going on because I'm still logged in on my phone, but on my computer, it is logged out. Let me see. Let me see my option. That is so strange. Okay, let me try this again. Like, what is going on here? Bear with me, y'all. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, period. Okay. Let me put that down because, honey. One second, y'all. That's what it was. Okay. There we go. All right, now we good. We good. My apologies, y'all. Let's see. That was weird. I don't know why Instagram logged out like that. Like, is my page being compromised? What's going on here? Hold on one second. Hey, Melanin Mommy. Hey, love. I hope you are as well. No, we're not having technical issues. I know we had some last night, but so far so good. So, hopefully we have a smooth little show tonight. Hey, Dorothy. Hey, love. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's because I just initiated it. Hey, Joni. Let's see. You said your phone was glitching all day yesterday. Trying to send important emails about my job. Yeah, a lot of technical stuff going on, huh? For real. You said Karlissa being called out a racist, calling real a color girl. Excuse me. They have been going back and forth. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We are definitely gonna talk about it. But yeah, y'all. Okay. Also, let me go ahead and get that Discord link before I forget. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Give me 2 seconds. Sure. There we go. Now let me post it in the chat. Don't mind my daughter in the background. She don't listen. Okay. Boom. There's the Discord link in the chat. Okay. If you are interested in joining. All right, y'all. But without further ado, y'all, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. I want to make sure I get through everything tonight as far as the latest in the circus. Okay, we're gonna touch a little bit more on Blueface, Nevaeh, Jaidyn. Okay. I also want to kind of continue where we left off yesterday as well. We are gonna get more into Chrisean. We are gonna get more into Karlissa and Rela. Okay, because Rela did respond to Karlissa's latest comments about her, carrying Blueface's baby. Okay, and a few other things. So go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, honey. Okay. I think I got everybody. I'm just breezing through the comments real quick, see if I missed anyone. All right, I think I got everybody. All right, y'all. So let's get into it, okay? So I want to start off with Blueface, okay, because he was on his tour bus, and he had Nevaeh on the phone. Okay, and he basically told her son to I guess Nevaeh's son had like a little attitude, and he told her or him, sorry, basically, to be mad at his mom and not him for having him around multiple dudes. Okay, sure did. Let me show y'all that real quick. One second here. All right, let me share my screen here. All right, shout out to Industry Beef. Okay, it says Blueface FaceTimes Nevaeh whilst on the tour bus, and the pair discuss an argument they had earlier off camera, which Nevaeh says upset her son's superior. So Blueface decides to talk to him. All right, and as you can see here in quotations, it says, "Be mad at your mama for having you around all them dudes." Ciao. Oh, let me unmute it. There we go. Let's get into it, y'all.
Be mad at your mama for having you around all them dudes.
Here, we gotta go. You want crab legs?
Let me talk to him. Damn, like that, bro? I forget you then.
He heard us arguing earlier. He's not happy right now.
You say he's not happy because he heard us arguing earlier?
Yeah. I don't know. I think kids are just smart. They're starting to understand. And every time I talk to them, they make me pissed. Don't fill it up.
Well, stop arguing with me in front of your son then.
Stop arguing with you in front of superior?
Yeah. What are we gonna see?
You talking about we're gonna see when I give birth? Like, where was I at December 1st? Who did I get fucked on by December 1st?
I don't know.
I sent you the proof. I was with you, nigga. We went to the hotel and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm not even thinking about that shit.
I am, because it broke my heart. It makes me feel like you're like disowning our child. But it's okay.
I never denied you.
You never denied him?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Superior, get your iPad. Let's go. I'm on the job right now. Play with him. I didn't ask if you did. Pick up your fucking iPad.
You mad at me? Be mad at your mama for having you around all them dudes.
Now you're That's not even.
Why the fuck do you be having your son on all these damn play dates?
I would never talk to another broke nigga.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck if broke or not, nigga. If I was your first baby dad, you wouldn't have no hair on your head.
Well, you're my second baby dad, so.
Yeah, so don't lose your hair.
I'm treading lightly.
Yeah.
Broke niggas don't excite me no more, okay?
Okay. Be mad at your mama for having you around all them dudes.
Okay. So he made that comment towards her son, and I thought that was kind of inappropriate, but obviously she gonna go for whatever at this point. Okay. Talking about broke dudes don't excite me no more. Okay, and he talking about why you got him on all these play dates around all these dudes and all this stuff. Like, I'm not sure what what that had to do with anything, okay, but I guess obviously Superior was feeling some type of way. Apparently they was arguing before this phone call, and obviously she had to have been, he must have been around to hear something for him to feel some type of way, okay? But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why she even chooses to be in a situation like this and, not really taking into consideration the way that, her son is feeling about it. He probably don't like how he talks to his mom. Blueface is very much disrespectful, very much um just he just don't give a damn. He gonna say how you feel and he gonna, it is what it is, right? Okay. So very interesting of him to say that to a kid. All right. Let's check the comments to see what people are saying about this. Somebody said he talked to everybody but Junior. Child. The number one thing I hate about everyone involved in this circus is that no one protects their child or children from being exposed to adult conversation / material. It is completely inappropriate for a little kid to be privy to this conversation and witness it. I've seen literally every person involved in this do it to their kids, and it's infuriating. Yeah, very true. Yeah, he told Vea's son that Vea, take your kids and run immediately. You are a joke to Jonathan. Don't you get it right? Why the F is she even arguing in front of him for? Yeah, at least Chrisean left her baby at home. Child, I can't wait till this baby get here. This baby gonna look like everybody, even me. And when that new baby comes, it's going to be around many more dudes. And on all them dudes streams like his mama. Those are all Superior's daddies. Too, just like the new baby gonna be calling multiple men daddy, child. Type she, okay? He told her get the abort the mission, and she chose not to. She knew what came with it. Now here we are. Yeah, that's true too. That is true too. And she don't even realize. No, if that's crossing the line, deal breaker immediately. Broke ninjas don't excite her. What about a rich ninja? And she's so needy. She don't care what Blue does to her because she needs the money he's given. And I hope she don't think Blueface is crazy in the back of his head. He has doubts about that baby. Blueface already calling her a broken home and that he doesn't want a relationship with a broken home. And she thought she was going to be different from Sean. He has some type of respect for Sean. He knew better to be bringing women in and out of their house. All I keep hearing without her exactly saying she loves the attention and the money. She thinks she's different, but she literally puts up with anything just to be in the mix. Finally, if she has no motion or goals outside of Blue, be mad at your mama for having you around all those dudes. Broke dudes don't excite me. You about to find out because he said he ain't got no money. Chum. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's a hot mess. I definitely agree with the fact that, yeah, pretty much everybody in the circus just be talking any type of way in front of the children, not caring like how it could affect them or, how detrimental it really could be for a child, when you're talking like that. So yeah, really crazy how she just let that slide like that. Like, and she just laughing like, girl, it's this is funny to you, okay? Yeah, she's gonna be very miserable. I feel like any girl that's involved in this, like in the circus or specifically Blueface, you're gonna be miserable, okay? Because Blueface is miserable, and the saying goes, "Misery loves company," and that is an absolute fact, okay? But let me check y'all's comments real quick. 1 second. Hey, C. Lachey. Hey, love. You said, I just don't understand Superior not having a stable place to go to school. Even Jaidyn goes to school. Exactly, yeah. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, you know, children definitely need to be around other children. You know? Let's see. And that's probably why, he's so, like he don't really stay in a child's place. You said, then you got Blueface and Jaidyn in front of Journey and Javon. All these kids are going to grow up with no home training or shrinking Violet. Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, it's like not really a lot of discipline going on. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a disaster. Definitely. And Nevaeh can't do anything about it. She has nothing or nowhere to go, so she has to be there and take it. Yeah, at this point, is what it's given. You know, I don't think she was doing. You know, I really don't think she was doing much before. Her and Blueface started messing around or whatever. Like she obviously ain't had much going on, and so now that he's giving her money here and there, I guess maybe for being on his stream or something. Um, I don't think that she wants to lose that bag, you know what I mean? So I feel like with that being said, she's gonna put up with whatever. She's gonna put up with whatever, whenever, it don't matter. Like I don't think she that's probably the most money she's ever seen at one time. So yeah, it's definitely giving opportunist, it's giving, gold digger. Absolutely. Yeah, those are all his daddies on we. Yeah. Crazy work. I can understand him most of the time, but I feel Superior has a speech impediment issue and she needs to get him into speech therapy. Yeah, my oldest a long time ago, he was 4. When he was 4, he had the same issue. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, you know, he like a lot of the time I don't be understanding nothing that little boy be saying, but there is sometimes where I be like, I have to really listen to understand what he's saying. But yeah, I definitely feel like he has some sort of speech issue for sure. Because at 4 years old, I feel like, I know all babies are different or toddlers, kids are different, but I feel like at 4 years old, it should be a bit more clear when they're talking, you know, like you should be able to understand what they're saying. Like that's why when I first learned about Superior, I thought he was younger. I thought he was like, okay, maybe he's like 2 or 3 because of his speech. I'm like, it doesn't sound like he's not much older than 3, honestly. You know. He was just talking crazy about Jaidyn to her own mother. What do we expect at this point? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nobody can understand what that little boy is saying, not trying to be me. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's mean. I think it's the truth. And if Van needs to go home to Gary, Indiana, child, at this point, right? For real. Like I don't know if she got family out there in LA, but yeah, definitely needs to be around some family that can you know, help with him. But I definitely feel like Superior needs to be in school. Absolutely. I feel like that would help a lot. Yeah, calling someone broke from a person that lived in the shelter and trailer park, is she so unattractive on the inside? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, broke is crazy of her to say, like, come on, girl, you gotta humble yourself. You got to humble yourself. I really can't stand when people get a little bit of money and then try to act like they always had it or they forget where they came from or the struggles they've been through. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, very inappropriate statement to make to a child. Yeah, be mad at your mama for having you run all those dudes. Yeah, that's crazy work. I'm saying. I'm like, so you're not gonna like, you know, tell him not to say things like that to your son? It's kind of crazy to me. It's pretty crazy. I mean, the appropriate thing to do would be to put kids out the room. Exactly. Go in a separate area if you're gonna be talking like that. He already cussing. You said him and Jay talk horribly around their children as well. Yeah, they do. I'd be like, oh my goodness. Mm-mm. And like she'll put him out the room and everything. I don't like that at all. Yeah, she do be doing that. You see, as they all speak so wild in front of those children, but nobody can clearly understand what that little boy is saying. Yeah, yeah, that part. I hate when people constantly use foul language around kids. It's despicable. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I felt like my money. Oh, you felt like my money was hacked. They talk so inappropriate in front of kids. And she talks so nasty in front of her baby. She do. You said, "Oh, you talking to Tara?" Um, hold on 1 second. Said Blueface knows that baby not his. Hmm. You said Blue was hella wrong for that. Very immature. Yeah, absolutely. Like, why would you say that? Yeah, I can't believe you would talk to somebody else's baby like that. Right? Insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, you think Nova's the baby father? Mm, you know, it could be. It could be. When it comes to this circus, nothing surprises me. And then with him coming out with that whole PowerPoint presentation and stuff like that, it do kind of seem like it's a possibility. A high possibility. I've never heard Superior speak a complete sentence. At 4, she need to have him in school. Yeah, she do. Absolutely. Oh, you said I don't think it's his baby either? And she would have to get pregnant the moment he got out of prison. I remember raising an eyebrow when they made that announcement. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Now, apparently, she conceived in like I think it was what, December 1st? I think it said December 1st. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay, he got out what, November 3rd? I think he got out on the 3rd. So, I mean, that's why I'm like, it could be his, it could be, what's the name, Nova, definitely could be. And then the other guy that's been talking, I don't know, it's just complicated. That's why you can't just be out here just giving it out like that, because now you got to do the process of elimination and, try to decipher who the daddy is. Child. Mm-mm. You said that little boy talked clear as hell when he said his mom is not happy. He sure did. I think that's probably one of the only times I actually understood him, you know? And that's crazy. She should have him in more at 4 by now. She been too busy, D-hopping and dragging him along because she ain't had no babysitter and she didn't want to sit at home because if he goes to school, that limits her. Yeah, that's true. That is very much true, and that's exactly what she was doing. It seemed like that's what she been doing. Like for all these dudes to be coming out talking about they done been with the girl and a month basis. That's crazy. Hey, Brown Eyes. Hey, love. Yes, they do. And look at the product. Journey has a foul little mouth already. Yep. Back in the day, they would wash her mouth out with soap. Exactly, man. I remember I seen, when I was a kid, one of my friends, her mama did not play. I remember she literally had her wash her mouth out with soap. I said, oh my God, that's crazy. It's crazy, We live in a different day and age where, like, a lot of stuff, like, it's a lot of weird stuff being normalized. Like, I just seen the other day, like, some like some kids at school, and they look so grown. I'm like, oh no, my baby, baby, I would not have my kids, okay, with lace wigs and lashes and like acrylic nails and stuff. Like, what? Oh no, honey, what has the world come to? You know, it's crazy to me. Yeah, I hate to see young women be doormats to these men, but she willingly signed up for this. Yeah, sure did. That's why I just can't feel bad. She definitely forced it. She definitely forced it. Yeah, like the video, please, and thank you. And hey, Black Orchid. She changed her last period day yesterday, did she? I didn't see any I didn't see any post or anything about that. You said, OMG, I'm literally dealing with some family members that are acting just like that. They get a little bit of change and want to act different and funny. Yeah, this is why I don't allow anybody to visit me. Yeah, that's how it be, for real. That's how it be. It's like some people let money change them. Some people do that. They get to feeling like they better than everybody, all type of stuff. It will help a lot, and they can do the evals and have the therapist come there. Yeah, exactly. You can have them come to your house or wherever you live. That's why, like, come on, I be really frustrated because it's like, it's no excuse. There's so many different resources out here. Like, it's no excuse for, anybody to not be getting their children help, at all. Because everyone involved in Superior's life is at fault for him not having the proper education. iPad is not proper education. Exactly. And wasn't his mama, or not his mama, wasn't her mama out there recently? Like, you didn't tell her, like, hey, when is he going to school? I mean, he's 4. He should, definitely be in preschool. Like, do you need help? Because I think her mom still lives in Indiana. So, you know, that's why I said, like, does she not have family out in LA that could, like, guide her into the right direction? Because, honey, baby boy should be in school, period. With his little Spider-Man backpack or whatever, you know. He could cuss with no problem. Right. Yep. I understand him then. Like, did he say what I think he just said? That's crazy. Yeah, I feel bad for all the children involved in this buffoonery. I really, really, truly do. And that's the only people I feel bad for. You said allegedly she's a scammer? Yeah, check writer in the CPN. Yeah, because didn't Nova say something about that? Like, she used to go in the bank and cash checks or something like that for him, or something like that, he said. Mm-mm-mm. Child. That's crazy. I believe it, though. And she seemed like the type. And that's exactly why most of these rappers are so disrespectful, even the terrible ones. They know there are females who will put up with anything for the cash and proximity to fame. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. They know they could treat them any type of way and they still gonna be around. It's crazy. I'm surprised CPS wasn't called on all of them by now. It's crazy to see how the next generation is being raised and who they will become. Right. It's crazy. Like, it really is. Like, I be like, it be kids. Like, for instance, like, I'm sorry, but like Northwest, for example, I couldn't believe that girl was 12. I'm like, this girl is 12. God, like, she's way too grown for a 12-year-old. I'm sorry. But that's just an example. Like, you don't want your kids to be growing too. Let them be a kid, Like, it's just too, But that's kind of the direction that these kids will go because they're not letting, they're exposed to certain things and people aren't letting their kids be kids anymore. Yeah, she did say she sold substances in her body. Is she lazy? That's crazy. I think I remember her mentioning something about working at a dispensary or something like that. But child, yeah, some people do feel like, they try to take the shortcut in life and that never goes well. And if it does, it don't last long. At least have something lined up to, have a, have a paper trail. At least have something lined up if you're going to be doing that type of stuff. Nice, like a decent job or something. Yeah, what cracks me up is when she keep trying to low key sing in the background. Child. And Nevaeh's a hobo couch surfing. Child, yep, going from how I pillar to post, honey, literally. Yeah, terrible parenting. All that cussing makes me cringe. Those kids don't stand a chance. It would take the Most High to intervene for them to turn out to be respectful and self-aware adults. Exactly. Yep. At this point, it's really sad because they seem like they have the potential to be good kids. They just don't have the right, leadership going on here, you know. So really sad. If you're gonna chase somebody from state to state, at least get a tutor and PCs for it. Not ideal. Just saying, yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. It's sad. You said Northwest is a perfect example of more money, more problems when they get to raise themselves, but with money. Yeah, they came for me in the comments when I said her grilling, makeup, and piercing was too much. Yeah, yeah, it is. Honestly. And people like, oh, she's just expressing herself. Like, nah. Listen, my mama would never. Honey, at 12 years old, I had my little braids. Okay, no piercings, no none of that, no makeup. Honey, my mama did not play that. Okay, like that's crazy. Mm-mm. Like she looks like she's like 18. Like, oh no. Why would you want your daughter to look grown like that? My daughter's 4, is super smart, but she gets super emotional. And she also likes to say potty mouth things, but I'm constantly correcting her. So she don't end up talking like that at school. Yeah. Yeah, and that can happen. But as long as you're correcting it, that's what's key. That's what's key. For real, for real. You said these kids can twerk cause and try to be grown, but they can't complete a complete sentence, know how to do their times, tables, get tighter shoes, nothing, and don't get me started on these teenagers. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you. She did work somewhere. Okay, I thought so. I think I remember her mentioning something about that. Yeah, Superior is crazy. I ain't child, these names these people be coming with nowadays. Child. Yeah, I don't heard it all. You said an 8-year-old girl just passed from child neglect and I was like, oh, really sad because CBS will call before it got to that point. Wow. Oh, that's so sad. That's where I'm from too. That's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Well, R.I.P. to her. That's so sad. I don't see how somebody could do that to a child. That's just I can't even imagine it. Like, wow. You gotta be that you gotta be one evil mother to be doing that to a child. Mm-mm-mm. But I think it has a lot to do with like mental health too. A lot of these people are mentally insane and they don't get the help for themselves. And then, other people have to suffer because of it, and that's sad. And some people just don't need to be parents. You said I couldn't wear nails, hair too long, certain makeup. Yeah, it was only eyeliner, lip gloss, and mascara. Maybe these kids today have foul mouths, and with all these challenges, they may eat the soap. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And lip gloss was it, honey. That's it. That's all. Then when I got to like high school, then I was allowed to have like some mascara, play in makeup a little bit, but not much. Anybody's lazy. Yeah, that's what it's given. Yeah, I haven't heard him talk, but I was thinking if she snaps often, it could have stunted his growth and made him afraid to talk. His speech issues. Yeah, definitely could be so. Because she's definitely rude to him. Definitely really rude to him. He said, I'm so glad that I grew up in a time that I did as a millennial because I couldn't imagine having a wig like back then. People got made fun of. They have to wear a wig. Yeah, you know. I'm glad my mom let me be a kid. I'm glad she told me, don't be grown, you ain't grown, and stuff like that. Child, because at least I had a childhood. Had a childhood. You said there was another case in Cali. I saw the body cam. I think the girl was around 10. The teachers had called CPS multiple times. Really, the girl passed away on the body cam. No, acting mad shady. That is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. I seen a video a while ago. I think it was on YouTube actually of this girl um I think she had like two kids, and I don't know what the situation was with her baby daddy, but basically like she called the police because I guess like her child her child wasn't breathing or something. But when they came and they started investigating and stuff, basically like she wasn't feeding him. She wasn't like he was left in his crib for like weeks. Like I was like, how could somebody do that to their child? Like I'm telling you, it's some sick people in this world. I just don't understand it. And like she was like over there boohoo crying, but you could tell it wasn't like genuine. Like she was trying to force herself to cry and stuff. Like she really didn't give a damn. Like it's crazy, man. Some of the stories like on the internet, child, unbelievable. You said I'm not gonna lie, my childhood was not great, but I don't think I hid that. But my family was on me because of mistakes that my older siblings made, and my mom was a teen mom too. mm, yeah, that makes sense. Stuff happens. Stuff happens for real. But I think because me and my sisters were girls, my mom was very much more strict on us versus like my brother. Like my mom was more like strict on us because as girls you don't want your daughter to be too grown or to it's a lot of sick men out here that y'all know what I'm just trying to get at. But yeah, like my mom was very over protective of us, but now that I'm older I'm like I get it. Especially now that I'm a girl mom too. Like, oh my goodness. But it goes for both of my kids. Like, I just be so overprotective of them because, honey, I just don't want nothing happening to them. And that's what messed me up even to this day that my mama tie around a girl's dad because now the dynamic is we have a lot of lazy men and a woman carry all the weight. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, that's crazy. You said I had PBS and actual books of grandparents should be questioned at this point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You said my best friend has mental health issues and made the decision to let the father take her kids because she felt unfit. I respect her even more being so honest with herself. Yeah. Yeah, it takes a lot of you know, honesty with yourself. I would rather somebody give the child to someone who's, you know, more of a better fit for the child than to try to keep the child and have the child suffering. So I definitely respect that. Definitely. I don't know if you've seen the petition on Cam's law. We were fighting for 5-year-old being exploited and abused. I don't think I did. Did you send it to me, love? He's getting more and more wicked out here. Man, I'm telling you. Like, it is crazy. There's definitely some deep spiritual warfare going on right now in today's world. Yes, my mama wouldn't let us do much either. Yeah, she did not play about how we dress, no makeup outside of lip gloss, brows, and mascara. Yeah, you're so cute without the bust downs. Yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. My mama did not play none of that at all. You said Northwest going down some dark, awkward phase. Yeah, she is. And I'm all for like, hey, be yourself, do your thing. But I just feel like at 12 years old, it's just some things that I feel like, yeah, me personally, to each his own, but me personally, I would not have my 12-year-old out here looking like that. No, not with no 36-inch bust downs and like, you know, 4 or 5 inch acrylic nails and all. No, no, absolutely not. Um, You said all kids deserve good parents, but not all parents deserve kids. Exactly. Clock it. Clock it. But yeah, y'all. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to show you that real quick because I just thought it was really crazy of him to be, talking to Superior, like, well, telling Superior those type of things. It's not right. Like, and then like you don't know he probably don't even understand why he said that. Like you acting like he's old enough to understand what you getting at, even though, don't get me wrong, Superior is very much a smart little guy. He probably do know exactly what he getting at, but still at the end of the day, not cool. Not cool at all. Okay. But moving right along, let me see here. I think it was something else I wanted to show y'all. Um oh yeah, let me show y'all this because Nevaeh was on her stream and somebody asked her if she feels like Blueface will settle down one day. So let me show y'all real quick what she had to say about that. Okay, shout out to Blue Clipped. All right, it says Nevaeh has already settled down for Blueface. Okay.
Do you think Blue will settle down one day? Yeah. I'm not saying that he'll settle down for me, but I feel like he will settle down one day. And if he does settle down for me, then yeah. I didn't settle down for him. So do you think Blue will settle down one day? Yeah.
Ciao. Okay, so I guess she feel like because she quote unquote settled down for him, that hopefully maybe one day he'll settle down for her. Right? Who's gonna tell her? Okay. Like, girl, if he wanted to settle down with you, he would have done that. But he's came up here several times, made it clear that he is still single, very much single. I think he also mentioned one time that he is dating. He's he's dating. He literally said that. Okay. And this girl is just still in the Lululand, like, oh, let me just wait forever and a day for him to be ready to settle down with me because I'm already settled down. Okay, like, girl, what are we doing? Child, mess. Yeah, he's not settling down with you, girl. Yeah, no. Settled down in 5 months. He was just texting Nova in February. Exactly. And Jaidyn was already settled down. That didn't stop him, and she's the one he proposed to. Exactly. Blueface is a man of many surprises. He might settle down with her for a storyline to keep money flowing. I don't think so. He'll probably settle down for Stunna before you. Yeah. Love him some Stunna. Girl, you only settling down for him because all your business is coming out. Somebody said definitely not with you. You better just hope that baby is his. That's because nobody gonna want her after him. Ciao. Hey, I miss. Ciao. Yeah. Very much delusional, okay? Like, I just don't think Blueface. Like I said, if he really was feeling the man, he really was interested, I feel like he definitely would have settled down. But I don't really think he's into her like that. I really don't. I think a lot of these women that Blueface messes with, he just sees as like like a sex object. That's it. That's all. Like, I don't think he puts like too much feelings in it. He might have a little bit of love for you, but it's not nothing deep to where he's like, okay, yeah, let me settle down. Let me be a good man, Savannah. Like, no, absolutely not. When it comes to Blueface, it's all about hunching. Okay, I really honestly feel like that. Okay. But yeah, so just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Hold on, I think there was one more thing. Oh yeah, I did want to show y'all this. Hold on, is this the one? Yeah, because the other dude, the first dude that came out and was exposing Nevaeh for sleeping with him and whatnot. He had posted a clip of her. Hold on one second. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second, y'all. It's taking a minute to pop up. Here we go. And Instagram been tripping today. Is it just me? I mean, it's working fine on my phone, but on my computer, it's like really slow right now. Let me see. Bear with me, y'all. Because it's right here, but it's not. Try this. Yeah, I think Instagram. Let me check my phone, see if it's working on my phone. Yeah, It's working fine on my phone. That's strange. Let's see. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be right back, y'all. I think I'm gonna restart my computer and then log back in to see if it'll pop up then, because for some reason, like, let me show y'all actually so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Like, this is all I see on my Instagram. Like, nothing's popping up. Nothing is popping up. So I'm gonna just like restart my computer, come back, and hopefully it'll be back up. Okay, so I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, I am back. And Instagram is back. Yay. Yay. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Honey. Like, no. Don't you start. My bad for the technical difficulties, y'all. But let's get back into it. Hold on, let me adjust this real quick. All right, let's go talk about Jaidyn, okay? Because she had something to say. I meant to show y'all this yesterday, but she hold on, let me pull up the clip here. All right, let me share my screen. All right, shout out to Industry Beef. All right. Or actually, hold on. I don't think that's the right one. Or is it? No, it's this one. There we go. Okay. Shout out to Industry Beef. It says, Jaidyn speaks on the situation that occurred on the tour bus with herself and her baby daddy Blueface. She also responds to Nevaeh's recent post. Okay.
He wanted to pay you to have an abortion, but he wanted to pay me to have a baby. See the difference? 6'7". You get what I'm saying? 6'7". I don't find it suspicious how he wanted me to come to that show in particular. Why are we so worried? I don't need to confirm or deny nothing. But either way it go, he knew of this person going to Denver. He knew. And that's why he wanted me to come to that show in particular. And then he wanted to put on this show and act like he didn't like anybody talking about I don't see no competition. Well, he never said he wasn't in love with me. So good luck with that. Good luck with that, babe. Good luck. I wish you the best. I'm not starting over. No. He wanted to pay you to have an abortion, but he wanted to pay me to have a baby. See the difference? 6, 7? You get what I'm saying? Not only have I been in plenty of rooms where people that he's had to what he's dealt with or talked to or whatever you want to call it, I've been in plenty of rooms, taking bitches on jets, taking bitches on trips. I've done all that, and he was fucking it. So I really don't think that. I think we can just sweep this one under the rug, babe. I think we can just look over that because ain't nobody even checking for that nigga. Period. She called her friend. Oh, so when are we next week? We still gotta wait till next week, or like we're still waiting. We're still waiting. Like we're off that, babe. He doesn't even make sense when he says stuff. My whole lifetime body count, you trying to compare it to someone that has knocked more people in 1 year, in 6 months at that. What? That doesn't even make. That just made my head itch. I keep telling him I don't want to be your bitch. Why do you keep trying to put that narrative on me? I don't want to be. We're just cool, brother. Like, we're just cool. Like, we're just fun. We're just having, like, I don't want to be your bitch. I've literally told nobody. I keep telling everybody that I'm not. So let's just stop that narrative right now, please. When I said, oh, go knock him out then, I didn't want them to fight, obviously. But also, if you're going to be in my face talking and barking and the motherfucker standing right there and you not getting active, why are you talking to me about this? Be grown. Go handle that. Stop talking to me then. Because I'm not going to sit here and keep talking to you and holding your hand about it. It is what it is. Move on. I have not made it seem to him at all that I want to be his bitch, that we're like that. So it's like, I thought we was brother and sister. What happened to that? If we're brother and sister, you should be dapping me up. Why are we so mad? I don't. What happened? Like, I'm so confused. He wanted to pay you to have an abortion.
Ciao. Okay. Now, when it comes to Jaidyn, I'm gonna have to be honest. Okay. I think Jaidyn is a good person, but her still having dealings with Blueface and all that, it's just a bit weak to me, just because of the fact that he done played in your face so many times, okay, and you still let him hit is crazy to me. But hey, to each his own. I know some baby mama, baby daddy situations be like that or whatever, but like, I really was expecting, I think I was just expecting better from Jaidyn, right? Because she, like I said, she was doing good for a minute. She's doing great. And then I think, she done let Blueface in, and now it's just all this stuff going on. And she was responding to Nevaeh because Nevaeh, I'm gonna show y'all what she posted on her story. Was it a story? I think it was a story post. But she basically says something about her, like she doesn't see any competition and all this stuff. But I'm confused because I'm like, competition? Like, girl, you're not even in the competition. Like, you just another girl on the roster. Like, and you've always been that. Okay. But like I said, I feel like, her being pregnant makes her feel like she's in a way like solidified in her spot, quote unquote spot. Okay. But realistically, babe, you're just, you're just one of the girls, the plethora of women that he deals with. Okay. But with Jaidyn, like, I don't know. Like, she talking about brother and sister. I'm like, that's kind of crazy because, I wouldn't call somebody that I'm hunched at my brother. Okay, that's kind of that's different. Okay, like it's like my latest friends, and she don't want him or whatever. But I don't know, like, does it give that to y'all? Cause the way she be, you know, acting and going back and forth with women. I don't know. It's kind of giving. She does kind of, in a way, want him. I'm sure deep down inside she do want to deal with him. If in a perfect world, Blueface will get his shit together and they can ride off to the sunset and be happily ever after. But you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's not making much sense. But let's get into these comments. Let's see what people are saying about this. I think he will always love Jaidyn, and he's mad that she won't act like Nevaeh. She doesn't need him anymore and doesn't have to put up with the cheating, and he hates it. She didn't lie. We all saw it go down in real time. And his family on Jaidyn's side, I promise you, this is about to be funny. The mama, the sister, the daddy, the brother, all of them F with Jaidyn. She mad he embarrassed her last night. Jaidyn said while Blue was with the groupie in the back, she was busy with somebody on tour with him, and he fine too. But don't want that with Stunner Girl though. She's fighting hard to be number one, and he doesn't even like her. He tolerate her because of the children they have. I didn't think she needed proof. He said on Jason Lee he gave her the ring because he wanted more kids with her. What more proof do we need? If she wasn't lying, he pretty much paid her. I absolutely love Jaidyn. If anyone of you have followed since day one, you should understand this woman has been put through hell and back, but she still has her own home. She takes great care of her children. Yes, she could chill out the way she talks in front of them, but she's held down her life as a single mother. Then you have two other BMs thinking they hit the mother load, and we all just watched Blue flip out because she finally slept supposedly with another man, and he slept with tons of women. But since she was a virgin, he thought he held the crown. Yes, like his mama said, he couldn't handle that his true love has actually slept with someone else besides him. Make this make sense when his new BM has slept with a lot of men. Yep, we see where his heart will always be. At this point, Nevaeh said she was going to fight someone after she has her baby. And he wanted to pay me to have the baby and pay you to get rid of the baby. See the difference, child? And you may also love Blueface, because you got kids by him. You may always have a little love for him in your heart, but it's time for you to move on. Get your life together and find you a decent man and set good example for your kids because they growing up fast. And then somebody, I ain't gonna read that. But yeah, I agree. Like I wouldn't even be participating in the circus antics, like I wouldn't even, like if you're gonna perform, but I wouldn't have even entertained the BS that Blueface clearly wanted to happen, because he's so addicted to toxicity and he wants to, maybe he feels like that would get him some subscribers to his little Twitch or whatever he on now. Is it Kick he's on now? I think he's on Kick now. Yeah, he got banned from Twitch. But yeah, like I wouldn't even want to deal with no. That's just corny. Like I wouldn't even want to deal with no man like that. Baby daddy or not. Like, But we already know she's still gonna have dealings with him, and then knowing that he's street meat. He's getting around. He's and he's loud and proud about it, baby. you wouldn't be you wouldn't be getting none of this cookie, okay? I'm gonna just say that. Honey, it's too much stuff going around. ABCs, CDs, okay, VHSs, all type of stuff going around. Okay, go have your fun, do your thing. I'm gonna be over here doing mine, and it shouldn't be a problem. You know, Blueface ought to quit with that. Like, sir, you are literally a whore. Like, if if she wants to go and date and do whatever she pleases with, with another man, another woman, whatever, y'all know she go both ways. Um, hey, have at it. Like, I would like, why are you tripping? So you expect her to just not move on with her life and find somebody new and you know, and to be honest, if I was in her situation, I wouldn't even be doing it. I would just be focusing on me and my kids, getting my life together, getting myself together, healing, and if a good man comes along, then great. If not, that's okay too, is what I think. But let me check y'all's comments real quick. And they all have a certain amount of delusions because honestly, none of them should be saying nothing. They all literally the same. Yeah, exactly. Clock it. Nobody's better than the other at this point. And child, let me go to the store. I guess the new generation is too much for me. And praying for my kids, right? Blue building his own army, right? You said, was Jaidyn and Blueface there first for each other? I think Blueface was her first, but Blueface or Jaidyn was not his first. No. Jaidyn was not his first hunch. If she was accepting of Ish at first, it's weird to switch up like that. Yeah, true. Boy, it's gonna be funny when all these sister wives start having all these babies. Child. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. If Blueface was saying that Jaidyn is like his sis, that's why he said that. Interesting. Yeah, I liked her when he didn't talk so much or pop it, like be humble because that ain't cute at all. Yeah, same, for real. Because she has been kind of, popping her sheet lately, which, somebody brings you up, then yeah, you have the right to, hey, if you feel the need to stand up for yourself, stand up for yourself. But, I did kind of like her too more when she was quiet, not feeding into the BS, for real, for real. You said, and don't get it twisted. I used to F with Jaidyn, but she just became really lame and weird and just unlikable. Yeah, I mean, yeah, low key. Low key. And she talked so much for someone that got dragged from Biggie. I forgot about that. You know it. Ah. You clearly want to be with that man. If he was to do a complete 180, you would be there. Oh yeah. Jay, y'all pretty much are together and just no title. I don't see nothing different from what happened last year. Yeah. No, exactly. Oh yeah, she would definitely be there. So I feel bad for Jaidyn because she caught up in an endless loop. Yeah, you know, it be like that. Like, sometimes things just don't work out. But you don't have to stay in the loop though. You could exit at any time. And I feel like low key she's willing to be in the loop. Cause although she claims to not like him and not want to be with him, I still think she does want to very much so be with him. Um just maybe she's having a hard time letting go. But child, to each his own, I guess, because him sleeping with my best friend would have been child, that would have been it. Access denied. Okay. You see your kids, but don't think you finna be a getting up with me. Okay, absolutely not. No, sir. And she always talking trash, but she didn't even get paid for her appearance at the show in Denver. Yeah, right. He said, okay, but he called you a 304 and dished you in front of your whole touring crew and on the stream. But okay, go off to the exactly. But they the best of friends, honey. You said I really liked when she showed her cooking it up. Oh yeah, she was on her TikTok, right? I wonder if she still does that. I haven't seen her doing it lately. But yeah, so let me show y'all Nevaeh's post. Hold on one second. She had posted more delusion. Okay. She said, let me zoom in. It says, "Ooh, I'm a problem. Real Midwest B." Oh shoot. Hold on. I didn't know it was gonna go off like that. Hold on one second. What he talking about?
I'm not better.
You're not better than none of my bitches. You're a hoe too.
Oh, yeah?
Get her face. Get a close up on her whole ass. You can't even face the truth. How much that little shit cost? How much that little shit cost?
Come here, let me talk to you.
I know you ain't get paid from that nigga either. You a cheap hoe. You get fucked for free. Yes, it's not just you, Nevaeh. It's not just you, mama. You're the circus act. You are a circus act today. You the act for today.
Circus up, Jay, baby.
Yeah, there we go. Pop your shit. Pop your shit. What? Ain't no circus without who? Pop your shit.
Without Jay, baby.
Tell him again. Tell him again. Without Jay, baby. Nigga, ain't no circus without Jay, nigga. None of them run just like all these other hoes. You think you exempt? No, not exempt.
I thought we was going to the club. That's where we are going, nigga. I feel like we going to Texas. I think so too.
I'm bleeding all the hoes, chat. I'm like a chat. I'm like a real. I ain't no pimp to the point where like I get money out the hoes, but
you're gonna attack that
like,
tiger.
If you a hoe, I'm gonna act like a pimp a little bit because I'm dealing with a hoe. You feel me? I'm not gonna be a boyfriend to a hoe. I'm gonna be a pimp to a hoe. Just that simple. I'm very simple. I'm cutthroat. I don't do no favoritism. I don't treat one hoe better than the next hoe. Why? Yeah, I don't know why she mad. Cause she I love her still, child. I'm a fucking still. Just accept it though. Don't be no hoe and try to come around Blueface and be like,
oh. They said, how did you find out?
How did I find out? I recognize the nigga. He was talking to One Take J, and I'm looking like, this nigga kind of look familiar. Oh shit, it's the security guard she been fucking on. Okay. Jay better than the bed. Yeah, fucking right, son. Yeah, fucking right. I'm not beefing with you. Okay, bet. Not even my bitch. I'm not beefing with you.
Okay. Let me pause it. Ew, Blueface is such a damn dweeb. Like, I don't know what is y'all really fighting over for real, okay? Like, dude is a whole cornball. But anyways, let's read this. It says, "Ooh, I'm a problem, real Midwest B. Shout out my man." Here she go. My man. He the rawest. I don't see no competition. Okay. So, honey, she just doesn't get it. Okay. She just don't get it. She talked about she'll see no competition. Look, it's looking like you got a few a few little hoes that you might be having to compete with. Even though y'all competing for nothing, cause he he ain't gonna settle down with one of y'all. Okay, none of y'all. Child a mess. Mm-mm-mm. Um, it says I got secondhand embarrassment from this video. That girl's so slow, right? Yeah, Blue is so in his feelings about Jaidyn doing her when he does any and everyone, right? And mind you, Chrisean and Nevaeh started off as one of the groupies on the tour bus. Jaidyn is nothing like them, right? And he gonna treat her next soon as he gets home. And she's slow if she really think Blue was talking good on her, right? He said, y'all, all y'all hoes, pretty much. And what did Jaidyn do besides be herself that made Nevaeh come at her? And she really hasn't done anything. It's nonstop. Chrisean wasn't having none of that. He knew not to play games with her in real life. Carl from Shameless celebrated Blue, calling her a main 304. Meanwhile, Blue apologized and made up to Jaidyn for clip farming. Every weapon that Nevaeh has formed against Jaidyn will not return to her. I know she's this delusional to not realize he was crashing out over Jaidyn and the bodyguard. That's why he brought her to this one. Nevada was this delusional with YBN, Namir, Cantrell, and all the rest of them too. Bring her son and cats in everyone's beds and homes, saying my man, to see who will be the biggest dummy to give her a seed and pay her. And they all your baby mamas though, right? And did she not hear the part where he said he treats them both the same and also still calling her a hoe, right? Child. I guess she felt special for a minute, honey. Okay. I love my man. I love my man. He the rawest. Yeah, he the rawest, all right. The way he be raw dogging on these hoes. Okay, child.
This is your man.
Yes,
Look at the screen.
that's mine. And I'm gonna stick beside him.
And that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
Don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Good. Because I'd find you.
Yeah.
Child. A mess. A hot mess. He said I didn't wise up until around 26, 27. Then I met this man that became the best lover I ever had and should have held on to virginity. Nice. Yeah, that's about around the time where, you should be, realizing certain things about yourself, about, what you truly want. And to not settle for anything less than what you want and what you deserve. Yeah, we're just gonna say something else messed up tomorrow or next week. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He said, well, he constantly embarrassed Chrisean. Her fans are card carrying certified lunatics. Exactly. All the time. Blueface knows who to do it to. Jaidyn definitely called Blue and Nevaeh bums. Oh yeah, he definitely do. He do. This kind of delusion is scary, very much so. He said it's real hard to let go even when they cheat, especially when y'all got years scared. Yeah, it is. It do be like that. He said, I understand why Jaidyn behaves the way she does because I was the same way with my first, but because me and my family were so close. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I definitely do. But it just comes to a point, like how much more are you gonna take? Like, I don't know. Like clearly he wants to, have his little variety. So with that being said, obviously he's not looking to settle down, at least not anytime soon. You know. So it's like I wouldn't even why even waste your time? You said it took you a bit longer. Child, it'd be like that. Yeah, some soul ties are stronger than others, but when you're soulless, what do you have? Yeah, clock it. You know, would it even be considered a soul tie at that point? You know, I think with these girls, it'd just be more so of like a infatuation or like a trauma bond. For real. But yeah, so that's what Jaidyn was responding to. Like, child, and I think Jaidyn made a comment saying, well, I don't think he said he didn't love me, so good luck with that. I think she said something like that. So obviously, I don't know. I feel like that statement just shows there that she's willing to, um, be a part of the competition in a sense, Child, a hot mess. Now let's get into Rela. Okay, I showed y'all yesterday that Rela did have her first ultrasound done. She is currently 8 weeks pregnant. All right, now I also showed y'all Karlissa and what she had to say. She had made some comments talking about she gonna have a Kunta Kinte baby, and she gonna have a nappy head baby, and if it's a girl, she probably gonna come out looking like her. She was saying all type of stuff, okay? And Rela didn't too particularly like that, okay? So let me pull up this video here. Let's see. Here we go. Let me share my screen. All right, shout out to Blue Clipped. It says Rela baby is speaking out after Karlissa made comments about the baby's complexion. Fans are debating the situation all over social media right now. All right, so let's get into it. Let me zoom in a little bit.
Bracket. Like, why are you so concerned of what your son doing? That's just weird. And for you to keep sitting here and talking about that black girl, that woman, that black woman, that colored girl, like, babe, do you not look in the mirror and see what color you are? Like, I'm highly confused. I mean, the same complexion. Why you can't just address me as Reela? So simple. That shit pissed me the fuck off. I'll be down. And it's like, what's under them wigs? What type of hair type you have? Nah, I don't get down like that. I don't be kissing no ass to be around nobody. Over here saying I should have another man in the room. Babe. Babe, I'm not baby mama 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't do that. If it's not the father to the baby, why would I have another man in the room while I'm delivering? Is you cool? Like, what the fuck? You hear me? What's under them wigs? I'm just trying to figure out, like, what type of color you trying to be? I want to know, what race do you want to be? Since it's always this colored woman, this black woman. Oh, Jonathan got a black girl pregnant. That colored girl. What the fuck? Slavery type life you still living in? We still in the whites and coloreds? Like, what the fuck? Not Kardashian.
Not 50-year-old plus. Like, come on, y'all. That's the same age bracket as my mom. If you want to talk shit, yeah, run that up with my mom, because she'll be on that. Never scared, babe. Never. A lot of people been saying that, like, why is y'all justifying what the fuck she said? That shit was wrong. It was uncalled for. It was disrespectful as fuck. Period. Talking about Kunte Kente, Jezebel. Like, is you cool? Never. I'll be damned. Baby. Excuse me, I just spit it. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I have my baby feeling bad just because their skin tone is different and their hair type is different. Age bracket. Like, why are you so concerned at what your son doing? Okay, so that's what she had to say about what Karlissa has said. Now, I get where she's coming from, but at the same time, I don't think Karlissa meant it that way. I think Karlissa meant it as, like, Blueface, obviously his, baby mamas and the baby mama in question are fair skinned, like they're lighter tones. Like Nevaeh, she's mixed. Chrisean, she's black, but she's light skinned. And then Jaidyn, obviously, she's all kind of ethnicities. So I guess you could say she's mixed as well. Okay, so I think that's more so of what Karlissa meant. I don't think she, meant it as, she's having a black baby, even though I'm black. Like, no, it's not that. Like, so I think she might have interpreted it wrong. But I will say, Karlissa was wrong for talking about some Kunta Kente and stuff like that. Like, that was very much uncalled for. Like, she didn't have to say all that. But, the old black baby, I think she's just more so surprised of the fact that Blueface actually knocked up a woman, a black woman, a dark-skinned woman. Because, all we ever see him with is light skins, right? We don't really see Blueface with dark skinned women. I think I showed y'all a video a while ago where, he said it's rare to. Remember, he was in a club and it was like two dark skinned girls, and he was saying like, "Oh, y'all, y'all cute or whatever," and it's hard to find like dark skinned women that are cute. Y'all remember that? So I think she's more so just surprised, if anything. But yeah, only thing I will say that Karlissa was wrong for saying was the Kunta Kente comment. She didn't have to say the whole nappy head thing either. Okay. Like, come on now. Come on now. Child, a mess. And then the whole delivery room thing, because Karlissa did say, if a dude didn't want my baby, I would have another. I think she said she would have she would get with a new dude. I think she was saying, oh, you're only 8 weeks. You could find another guy to kind of step in and take over or whatever, and him be in the delivery room or whatever. Something like that, she said. And she's just like, why would I have a different man that's not the father in the delivery room? Which, I definitely get that. Okay. Yes, I do think that obviously the father should be present. But there are some good dudes out here that wouldn't mind, being there for, their woman who's about to give birth. But it's very, very rare. Okay. But obviously she's like, no, why would I do that? I mean, I probably honestly wouldn't do no shit like that either. But it happens. Some women do that. because they have a good man in their corner. Okay. But yeah, so she's definitely not feeling the comments that Chrisean, Karlissa had made about her unborn. Okay, she did call her colored, which was a little crazy too. But let's check these comments real quick. It says one thing for sure and two things for certain. Rela isn't homeless, unemployed, or begging for clout. But a few people in these comments can't say the same. It says, I thought that was Carlissa's point, that Rela looked like her, and therefore Blue wouldn't want the baby because it would look like his black mama. I'm not saying Karlissa making this point as a joke was wise, but these girls are hella slow on normal comprehension. Yeah. Yeah, because she was basically saying, do you not look in the mirror and see that you dark skinned too? I mean, yeah, obviously. No, that's why I said I feel like she interpreted the message or what she said wrong. And you know what? Low key, she looked like Blue's sister. Yeah, she do kind of look like Callie a little bit. And why don't she understand that people don't want nothing to do with her or her child at all is the question. He already said he's not going to be there for it. Enjoy the child support. Then when you get on live after an ultrasound and tell the internet you sent him a picture of the ultrasound and he didn't respond, why would you send an ultrasound after he said he don't want nothing to do with the child? Karlissa is always going to follow suit to what Blue wants and does. You trying to force a baby on this family and he made himself clear. Child. Well, it has to be some accountability on Blueface's part too. Like every time he gets somebody pregnant, he like, oh, I don't want the baby. I don't want the baby. Okay, stop putting babies in them then. Wrap it up. Don't be silly. Wrap your willy. Okay, like okay, for real. Then you wouldn't be dealing with none of this. I'm speaking for myself. I watched the live and she was joking, but everyone may not have found it funny. She did say that the baby hair would be nappy and she called it a kunta kinte, but she also said she would love it if it's hers. And she says she does want at least one full black grandbaby from Lucifer. Also that he may be giving Rela a hard time because she is basically a stranger to him. It says, and yet you're still moving forward with the pregnancy knowing his mama is crazy. Here go Karlissa. Karlissa said, girl, you are baby mama number 3, just not our baby mama number 3. But good luck with that. It ain't ours, child. Here we go. It says, is this the one that was claiming he was her man for a while, that BB girl, or is this somebody? Oh, no, that's different. Yeah, she looks like she related to them. So because the family don't want to claim her, people are telling her to abort is nasty work. It's actually demonic. If Jonathan wants to behave like Nick Cannon, then he needs to pay up like Nick Cannon. It says, damn, didn't Rela and the internet just agree to keep it cute and quiet? Not everything needs a response, especially with the mother, Karlissa. It was rooting for you. Stay prayed up. What's under them wigs had me bust out laughing. Karlissa, I think you better sit this one out right here. Her parents and auntie don't play about her. Rela is beautiful. Okay, child. So yeah, hot mess. It's a hot mess. Now Karlissa did respond to this, so we'll get into that in just a second. Let me check y'all's comments. And you said Jonathan owes Nick Cannon money. Yeah, he sure do. And she always says she'll love the kids. I'll give her that. Yeah, she do. Rela is gonna put him on child support. I think so too, because he's not being cooperative because he doesn't want the child. But hey, once you put that baby, once you put a baby in a woman, that the decision is up to the woman. You could say all these things and you can make suggestions and tell her, you shouldn't do this. But at the end of the day, that's her body. And she can decide what she wants to do. There's nothing you could do about it. That's why I said Blueface. At this point, you might as well just go ahead and get a vasectomy. Because obviously you can't. obviously you don't believe in protection, okay? So what if the baby comes out dark or with a different hair texture? I almost hope this is really Blue's baby. I honestly think it is. I believed her from day one. Absolutely. I know Karlissa be making jokes, but she knows doggone well the meanies. Yeah, like she be trying to be funny, but it's like it just be going too far. Like, maybe some people found it funny, but I know for me it's like Kunta Kinte. Don't be calling my baby no Kunta Kinte. What the hell wrong with you? Okay, no, that's not cool. Karlissa is out of line on this one, right? Yeah, Rela is prettier than all of Blue's girls. Yeah, I find her very beautiful. Yeah, she is a pretty girl. She is a pretty girl. Yeah, I see Jaidyn and Rela becoming friends in the future. Yeah. That could probably happen. Yeah, Chrisean doesn't count anymore. Child. I think she was joking, like we joke on Chris Brown. Yeah, she Carlos is always trying to be a comedian. Reela's going to be the realistic one. Yep. I love this for Nevaeh. Child. Reela has the right to defend herself, but unfortunately, until Blue does another sneaky paternity test, we'll see. Right. That's why Karlissa said the baby gonna be nappy headed because the grandma was nappy haired. Duh, girl, right? Exactly. And Blueface himself got nappy hair. He just be doing like texturizers and stuff. Rela is definitely one of his future baby mothers. Absolutely. Blueface doing too much for me. I think Blueface will come out the closet in the next couple of years. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised after that comment he made on Jason Lee. It was giving, yeah. Trapped in the closet. Looking at. Yeah, Karlissa really thinks she's a comedian, but she's not funny with her colors, textures. Exactly. That lady has got to be miserable on the inside. She is. Exactly. Like, she be trying to be funny, but I don't be finding shit funny. Like, it's just corny. I see where Blueface gets his cornballness from. Okay. For real. And she looked like Carlissa and Callie. Yeah, same as I said for Stunning. Yeah, she do look like Callie a lot. Yeah, she do look like them. Yeah, right. Just reckless with his seed. It's disgusting. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah. So let's get into hold on. I see a couple more comments. I wouldn't even talk about it until I gave birth and had a test. Yeah, cloud must be hell of a drug because I could never. Yeah, exactly. I'll just lay low. And then 8 weeks is early. I wouldn't. Oh, my bad. She's this exact reason why Blueface act the way he does. He's also a colorist. Yeah, that part. It do be given that. And Jaidyn don't particularly like Rela because it was found out that Rela was in one of Jaidyn's videos. Oh, yeah, and Rela said she didn't know Jaidyn, and manager asked if she wanted to be in a video. Didn't know who it was for. Yeah, that could have something to do with it too. Definitely. So they're gonna be wishing for the Black heritage to kick in, right? Child. Yeah, hot miss. Karlissa responded and she low-key went off. Okay, I guess she has lost all respect for that girl for what she said. And then she kind of explains like what she meant by it as well. Let me show y'all real quick. All right, shout out to Industry Beef. It says Karlissa tells Rela and her unborn baby, potentially Karlissa's grandchild, to go down the road with the other kids Rela has. Karlissa going off on her latest live was in response to Rela, who claims to be 8 weeks pregnant with a Blueface baby. Rela voiced her anger on live with some comments Karlissa made about Rela's unborn baby, specifically the baby's skin color and hair texture, as well as comments about Rela's race. All right, so let's get into it. Let me zoom in here. There we go.
Give a fuck if they come out looking just like me. You and your baby going down the road with the other kids you got. Leave me the fuck alone. I would have treated her like the queen that she is, the queen that she should be. 3 baby daddies and all. I probably would have treated you better than all these bitches. Now you get nothing. You get nothing. If he don't claim your baby, I'm act like I don't see it. I don't give a fuck if that fucking baby come out looking like my fucking Bopsy twin. I don't give a fuck if they come out looking just like me. And I don't deal with bitter bitches like that. I see why Jonathan denying you altogether. Matter of fact, I heard he didn't even have sex with you. All chocolate, black, beautiful women are not bitter. Even if we do got 3 baby daddies, we ain't finna be bitter. How you gonna get mad at me for calling you a black girl or a colored girl, and you the only black girl or colored girl that he done had? How you take that as somebody criticizing you? If you're not comfortable with who you are, that's not my fault. If somebody called me a black girl, chocolate girl, colored girl, do you think I'm about to be like, I'm so mad that they called me a black girl? You're a weirdo.
Like, why are you so concerned with your son doing? That's just weird. And for you to keep sitting here and talking about that black girl, that black woman, that colored girl. Like, babe, do you not look in the mirror and see what color you are? I'm highly confused. I mean, the same complexion. Why you can't just address me as Reela?
And I'm never going to mention you ever again after today. Never, ever will you ever hear me mention you or your fucking kids ever again. Bitch, be gone. And this is what happens to us colored girls, us black girls. We get so bitter that we don't even know when somebody's giving us a fucking compliment.
Like, what type of color you trying to be? I want to know, what race do you want to be? Since it's always this colored woman, this black woman. Oh, Jonathan got a black girl pregnant. That colored girl. What the fuck? Slavery type of life you still living in? We still in the whites and coloreds?
Now, my son don't normally bring them home, and this is why. He don't bring us home. Because y'all motherfuckers is so fucking broken and bitter. Let it go. Shit, we outside now. We ain't in the fucking field no more.
It was uncalled for. It was disrespectful as fuck. Period. Talking about Kunte Kente, Jezebel. I will be down and have my baby feeling bad just because their skin tone is different and their hair type is different.
Jonathan got him a little colored girl pregnant. You know he wasn't ready for no colored girl. She gonna be no chocolate baby with the nappy hair. He over there like, oh hell no, that one definitely ain't mine. That's gonna be my little nappy head, my little Kunta baby.
Kunta Kinte.
We ain't got but one nappy chocolate. We need a couple more of them, huh? I don't give a fuck if they come out looking just like me. You and your baby going down the road with the other kids you got. Leave me the fuck alone. I would have treated her like the queen that she is.
Child. Okay. So Karlissa definitely went off. All right. I guess she felt some type of way. I don't think she should be this mad though. Like, I think the girl just kind of, like, if she would have just explained what she meant by that, which she did briefly, but you know, all this, you know, hostility wasn't really needed in my opinion. Like, you could have just been like, oh, you know, or at least like apologize or something. Because yeah, now that I watched the video back, like, that is like, why is you referring to her child as a nappy head baby? Okay, that is kind of crazy a little bit. Like, you know, come on now. Just because the baby, you know, is going to be predominantly black, like, you know, it's just definitely a huge stereotype with that. when it comes to like, black women and like their hair texture and stuff like that. So yeah, like Karlissa, you at this point you should have just probably gave her a little apology, and tell her you didn't mean no harm by it. And that you just you just a little bit flabbergasted that your son is having a child with a full black woman. Okay? Like you don't have to say, "Oh, you and your kids can go and you don't give a F about this, that, and the third." Like, child. And then when the baby get here and she don't let you see it, then what? Cause here you go acting ignorant. Like, and she always crying about, "Oh, I can't see my grandkids." Wonder why. Okay. Child. It says Karlissa was happy he got a color girl pregnant. Y'all took everything she said and switched it up. She wasn't saying anything. She said to shade her. She's actually excited he got a sister pregnant. I don't understand why Rela want to be a part of the negativity. Move in silence to have your baby. Trust and believe they're gonna be coming to you after a while. Y'all take what Karlissa say too serious. Y'all don't get her sense of humor, obviously. She's also a chocolate woman. She ain't saying it in a racist way. Yeah, but it was still like low-key ignorant. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it says that's not cool because Blue knew he had unprotected sex with her. She's no problem, but all that she not in the field anymore is insane when these mixed 304s out here doing the same. That's why he over here fighting for his life with Nevaeh. But y'all accepting her baby after a million ninjas then came out. This is sick. Cancel Blue and Karlissa now. Carlos, that's not fair. She has been disrespected by other BMs publicly. Not sure about Jay, but why draw the line with Rela and her baby? What did Rela do to y'all? I don't get why King is accepted with no DNA test, but not Rela. Isn't Chrisean black? I'm confused. Carlissa got 3 baby daddies though. And Rela literally hasn't said anything bad or anything. All she said is don't address her as colored girl, address her as Rela. I can already tell they just don't like Rela because she's not going for the disrespect or internet games, and she's not begging Blue for attention. She said she's fine waiting for the DNA test and child support and staying out of the drama. Anyone who knows John's mom knows she has always spoke on her blackness on color because she's proud of it, proud of her skin. She always spoke about wanting all her grandkids to be a shade of chocolate. The thing I don't understand as a mother that I am, since when is it weird to know our son business if they confide in us? Like, what the F? It would be weird and we would get criticized if we not there. Like, I guess people talk because they got a mouth. And what I don't like is just because Blue disrespect his mom, which he shouldn't, give anyone the right to do the same just because you heard him or the media say stuff. That's still someone's mother and grandmother. Oh, but let anyone talk about their mother or grandmother, things will go left. And people are so slow to see all these recent 304s that he's gotten with that were sleeping with him behind his baby mama's back or in front of their faces are using the whole family for clout. She knows what Karlissa means. Rela has 1 kid and 1 baby daddy. What is she saying? Yeah, DNA test all around, child. Crazy work. Crazy work. So, yeah, it's very early on in the pregnancy and they already beefing. Okay, so yeah, hopefully, it would be nice, if they would just settle their differences and Karlissa just, as a grown woman, apologize. Because you over here trying to be funny and entertain your little Instagram live, but it's like, honestly, a lot of the stuff she said, especially the Kunta Kinte comment, yeah, wasn't needed. Okay? Like, that's just ignorant. Like, I'm gonna just be honest, okay? For real. Like, I would definitely feel some type of way. For sure. But let me check y'all's comments real quick. You said, to be honest, Chrisean's paternity is questionable. Yep. She knows dang well saying colored and kunta kinte hair is not a compliment. Yeah, we aren't going to try to move the historical context from historical words. It's dishonest and false flag. Exactly. Definitely not a compliment. Like, come on now. Like she tried to move it around and make it seem like she was, oh yeah, it was a compliment. You can't even understand it. You can't even understand that I was showing you love, and no, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. The Blue did say his mama always in his relationship business. Yeah, she is. It's like, girl, ain't you married? Like, go, like, the way she be online like this, girl, go do something with your husband. Go, like, I don't know, go get pedicures, go have lunch, go travel, go to, because you be entirely too much into your kids' business. Like, I get it as a mom. Yeah, you should be in their business a little bit, but, she's just a little bit too involved. Like, she always got something to say about, like, everybody that Blueface deal with. It's crazy. You said her being chocolate doesn't mean that she doesn't have internalized colorism. That's not humor in any sense of the word. She meant every word that she said, and it wasn't funny. Exactly. I think it was just her trying to be funny, and it just wasn't giving. Okay. It was not giving. Absolutely uncalled for. Karlissa, you did too much. That lady is in a circus because of your son until proven otherwise. Have several seats, Miss. Right, exactly. Point blank, period. And Rela is going to be the one to really give her a Blueface baby, and her baby will be beautiful like Blossom. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a real cute baby. He said, my man Auntie can match Karlissa energy. Yeah, she might want to sit this one out. You said it's starting to get to Karlissa. The embarrassment of who she raised, right? And Karlissa gives me the type of energy of a woman who low-key doesn't like her skin, her hair. So she projects that onto other brown skinned women. Her energy was totally uncalled for. Exactly. Low key. Definitely could have been some sort of projecting going on. She always saying shady things, so we expect shade. You need to explain if that's what you was trying to say. Yeah, exactly. Not just over here cussing her out and talking about if he don't pay attention to the baby, I'm not gonna pay attention to it either. Like, child. And she has one kid. Normally, I don't always agree with Karlissa, but this was really bad how she went off. Yeah, that girl got her hormones all over the place too, but don't talk about people kids, right? He said, I hope Rella's family tag Karlissa's ass. No, for real. I think she's mad because the mother and the aunt came for her. Did they? Did she bring up any of his other whole skin tones and hair types? She's so ignorant and not funny. Exactly. Yeah, she thought she ate with that one, but it just pure ignorance. Why is she going so hard on the darker shade? We all could be bitter. The F does color have to do with it? Exactly. Exactly. I fear that Rella's mother and auntie are gonna give Karlissa the energy. They better have talked it out offline. Child, yeah, it's gonna get messy. Carlissa's so disgusting. Yeah, she ain't have to say that. And she dead wrong. She dead wrong, for real. But yeah, y'all. So there's that trauma. Guess we shall see what transpires next, honey. It's looking like it's getting pretty bad, man. But I wonder, it's gonna be interesting to see if Rela responds to that, or if she's just gonna like, keep it cute and just like not even entertain it, which I really think she should. But she should have known dealing with Blueface, obviously, the apple don't fall far from the tree, okay? Like she should have known that, drama was bound to happen, and Karlissa is very much she's just ignorant. And the way she be trying to tell jokes and stuff, it's like masked as comedy, but it's really just like shit talking, if that makes sense. Like literally, that's what it gives to me. Cause baby, that I wish somebody would call my baby some kunta kinte. What? Excuse me? Okay, girl. You don't lost your everlasting mind. Okay. For real. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. But yeah, y'all. Okay, so there's that. I did, let me see. Yeah, I showed y'all that. Okay, so now let's get into Chrisean and them. Okay, so we left off last night basically on the whole like Ryan Garcia situation. Okay, so as y'all know, she had basically got up here and had something to say because Ryan was on a live stream and basically, let it be known that, hey, I'm the one that gave her the idea to box. I gave her, I hooked her up with the ex Rumble peoples, and yeah, so and Chrisean came up here and discredited him and all type of stuff, child. Okay. But literally there are receipts. Let me show y'all this receipt because I didn't show y'all yesterday. Okay, because hold on. Shout out to Corey Lombardi. Okay, it says in slide 1, Crystal Rock's promoter, Damon Feldman at X Rumble Sports, took the time to debunk and clear up Crystal Rock's false statement, claiming Ryan Garcia didn't help with her boxing career. His response has the internet laughing like a mother effer at Crystal Rock. The secondhand embarrassment I got from this is crazy. All right, so as you can see, X Rumble Sports here. Okay, it says we made it happen after watching her boxing with Ryan Garcia. Okay, I repeat, we made it happen after watching her boxing with Ryan Garcia. Okay, so they got real specific. Okay, so they're backing up Ryan's claims that he's the one who basically hooked her up with X Rumble Sports. Okay. But let her tell it, honey. He he didn't do nothing. All right.
They were playing around with Ryan Garcia, and Garcia's guy hit me up. He's like, "Oh, are you serious about doing a fight or something? You should have her in." I was like, "Yeah, man, I'd love to talk to her." Then I inboxed her. She got back to me, and that's how it got going, man. And just we, hooked up with you and put the word out. What woman's going to step up to take her on? And we got 8.
Uh-oh, what happened? It's okay. Let's see the next slide. Oh, yeah, I showed y'all that. So, yeah. So, that's kind of crazy how, they done came up here and, confirmed that Ryan was indeed the reason why, she even was given the X Rumble opportunity. Okay, child. That's embarrassing as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Says she responded to Ryan so quick online, but I'm confused because I thought her algorithm was only what the guy said, right? What the guy said is hilarious. The problem is these videos never make it to the people who need to see them. We already know exactly. And got him. Like every time someone put her onto something, she always acting like it was just so divine and was going to happen anyways. Like, girl, give people their credit. Yeah. And we didn't even care about her addressing Ryan. We wanted to hear about Blue's interview and respond to that, but she didn't see it. So she say, yet respond back to Ryan not even 24 hours later. Exactly. She be tuned in. I be telling y'all. Oh yeah, it's definitely all in her algorithm. Okay, probably on her fake page or something. You know. For real, we picked the girl who could fight a little. Yeah, rigged. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Why do y'all keep trying? You always pull a receipt. Then I'm gonna get out your comments, but on top of that, how you got the grace of the Lord and your son is not thriving? Let's start there. Yeah, exactly. Chrisean became interested in boxing when she got handled in the park in Cali. Yep. Exactly, because everybody was on the internet like, yeah, Chrisean did her big one. Yeah, big rock. Like, child, what did she do? You know? I remember her getting slapped the shit out of, but I mean, she didn't really do much. You know? And she first she said it was 6 bitches, then she said it was 3 bitches. Then like, girl, which one was it? I think she wanted to put 20 on 10 to make it seem like she really did something. Like, really, I mean, she ain't really did much. And it was a lot of people like, stopping the fight, like all in the way. So child, it be the internet gassing her head up. I really truly believe that. Yeah, she does that every time someone helps her. She doesn't give people grace that helps her. Yeah. And that's why, she out where she at. And hey guys, remember her feed doesn't have anything chaotic, just Bible verses. She sure saw that reel pretty quick. Ryan was sweet to her kid. It makes me wonder if she didn't like that because he wasn't all over her tip. What happened to him being the real life Superman like she once said? Right, exactly. And she want to talk about shipping, but you low key flirting with him, talking about, oh, yeah, I could see him in a Superman movie. And girl, and she want people to care about this because Tasha K posted Ronnie's interview again tonight. Oh yeah, I did see that. Here we go again. She was destined to box, y'all. Deja vu of when Blue said, "Who the F is you, Destiny Child?" Right. Exactly. But yeah, child, a hot mess. Chrisean, you looking real stupid right now. You looking real stupid, ma'am. You're right. People falling even though she wasn't landing all those punches. Exactly. Just tripping over their own feet. That was a mess. Exactly. Like what? Child, if you ask me, it was no winner in that fight. Like, it wasn't even really a fight for real. Like, really wasn't. I almost lost my life in Compton, girl. You was swatted out weak. Exactly. And she loves saying that. I almost lost my life in Compton. So, I just decided to box. Because mind you, before this live stream, she was trying to be a pro surfer. Okay. She don't went to Dick's Sporting Goods and got a surfboard, surfing gear and everything, child. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, you know what? I'm a box. Cause I did my big one on them Compton girls. Like, girl, please. Girl. Child Maze. Hold on 1 second. And you said Clarissa Shields versus Chrisean. I would pay to see that match. Yeah. I don't think that would happen though, because Karlissa, Clarissa is way too advanced in her career. You know, like Chrisean is no. Chrisean is just beginning, and honestly, she's not even in like professional boxing. Like it's just amateur celebrity boxing. So that's not even I don't even think that would happen, but I would love to see Clarissa turn her every which way but loose though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Somebody. So I wish I could see her true reaction when she's exposed. I'm weak. No, for real. I know she'd be seeing this stuff. She definitely be on Corey page. And when Chrisean went to breakfast with her family, she had alcohol in her hand and tried to hide it, but it was too late. Yeah, I seen that. I seen that little, I think it was like, what, a glass of wine or something? He said Chrisean needs to be humble like that all the time. She sure do. She was on her way to being a pro surfer. Wasn't even thinking about boxing. Exactly. Chrisean lied again. Donza said on Donza, she said that only gospel in the word be in her algorithm. But if that was the case, why did she respond to Ryan's comment about her? There we go. Lie all the time. Exactly. Like, make it make sense. It's either it popped up in her algorithm or she was watching his live stream, Child. She forgot who the more respected talent is, right? No, for real. Everything Crack Rock does is an idea that she's stolen from someone. It definitely needs to humble herself. She let her tell it. She is humble as can be, honey. Yep, out of the horse's mouth. Okay, child. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Yep, she sure did. She has some, it looked like some wine in that cup, if I'm not mistaken. And not Tasiki challenged Carissa. Chrisean was, yeah, I remember that. Tasiki and Clarissa was going back and forth for a minute. He said all that training she did and doing the same moves, right? Man, crazy work. Her sister Tareen says she forgave without an apology. Chrisean believes she's forgiven people that she messed over. Now that's crazy. Yeah, that's Tareen said that. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, you should forgive, but I ain't gonna forget though. And I'm gonna definitely love you from a distance. Yeah, people clocking Edge better than her fans, and they don't even like her. Rock Tars, where y'all at now, right? No, for real. That's because they legally blind. He said the Siki was challenging Clarissa to a match. Chrisean was falling out on stages at church and trying to surf. Exactly. Exactly that. Okay. You are hilarious. But yeah, so I just wanted to show y'all that little receipt real quick because I like it's very interesting how, they are backing up Ryan Garcia. Okay. Child, embarrassing. Embarrassing as hell. Okay. But there's that. Let's get into Chrisean's night out. Okay. She had popped out, all right, late night, and was at a secular club. Okay. Having the time of her life. Hold on, let me pull up this clip here. 1 second. Here we go. All right, shout out to that T Hot. It says lyrics about popping pills and sex. Somebody let me know. Didn't she say she was done with secular music or it bothered her spirit or something? I can't keep up anymore. All right, so it is 4:15 a.m. She is at the club, honey. Turn it up.
I'm supposed to be hurt. How you feeling? Like when I take a pill and take one. Oh, but they be so good. She probably need to stay on. Go ahead, Mike. In the air.
I'm sorry, I'm not making music out real quick. Get your clothes 15 minutes ago. But the cook is back there. She said put all orders in.
Ciao. Okay, not sure why these videos keep cutting off, but yeah, y'all got the gist of it. Okay, so yeah, ciao. This girl, she's very manly. Sean, that is a man. Okay, that is a man. That's why she got 2 male names in her name. But yeah, so it's 4 a.m. She is at the club with whoever these people is. It look like some hole in the wall little club or something. Okay, just turning up, honey, having the time of her life. All right, and it's crazy because it's like, damn, you get to live your life and all this, but Junior can't for real, you know. And then I thought you didn't like secular music or being in secular spaces, right? So what is this going on here? Okay, like, huh? Interesting. But this girl's always contradicting herself at this point. Like, are we really surprised? Okay. Maybe just a little bit because she always screaming, oh, discipline this, discipline that, and Bibles and churches and all type of stuff. God is good, hallelujah. Okay, like, child. And this is the type of thing that she is saying, okay? Like it wouldn't be a problem if she was just honest about, her lifestyle and what she's into, but she's the one who comes up on here on the internet talking about, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't participate in this, that, and the third. Okay, so of course, if we see, stuff like this, we side-eyeing the hell out you because it's like, okay, Miss Holy Hands, Yahweh, okay. Like, make it make sense. You're the one who acts like this devout Christian and, I don't participate in, sin and all this, different things, but Exhibit A, okay? Exhibit A, like what? Child. And where is Junior at 4 o'clock in the morning? Okay. Crazy work. Says, I cannot wait until the day she's no longer on this internet and Junior is safe. Ain't nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. Can't tell me she's not a stud. Right, exactly. Look just like one. Move just like one. Like, girl, you is a bull dagger. Okay. Definitely. Hey, y'all. Is this the after hours prayer group? Thought she didn't listen to secular music. Exactly. Somebody said Junior probably at home alone on melatonin. Her sister says when she stays out all night, she leaves him alone. Right. Yep. Who was that? Chastity that said that? I think it was Chastity. Is she back cracked out? So long as Junior not in the car or home alone, let her cook and have fun in Maryland. They say Junior somewhere in the corner in a stroller or he by himself somewhere. Child. They say do everything except being a mother. Holy Hands, is that you? Asking for a friend. So are the bonnets going to be part of the everyday act now as well? Child, not the bonnet. But yeah, crazy work. Crazy work. You know? So, bro, just give it up at this point. Like, why keep lying? Her fan base is gonna go. They're gonna fight her. Exactly. Like, you know, stop trying to pretend like you just this. You know, you so disciplined and all about God, but it's like, girl, your choices aren't matching. Okay. And the stud keeps Junior when she leaves for a period of time. Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. Probably do. Probably do. And she tired and through, Lord. No, for real. 26 and washed up. Okay. I thought Junior had therapy at 4 a.m. Exactly. Clock that T. It is rumored that she is with a stud girlfriend in Baltimore. Oh, really? I wouldn't be surprised. You could look and tell that that is a stud. That is a Mr. Ma'am. Okay. I know a Mr. Ma'am when I see one. Okay. It's just the walk, the demeanor, you could tell. Hold on 1 second. You said right, acts like a whole little boy who was raised by wolves. Exactly. She do. She sure do. You said Chrisean can't dance and looking like a man. Nah, for real. Honey, if I was there, I would have thought that was a man. Especially with that hood on. And yeah, I would have assumed that was a man. Sure would have. Look at her sister, Chrisean. Is she full of that dope now? Right. I thought you had therapy at 4 a.m. Hello? Yeah, she probably drugged Junior up and left him at home, child. Probably did. That's crazy. That's why Tarina exposed the alcohol in her hand. I believe that was intentional, child. Probably was. You said that's the same stud girl that was holding Junior at the mall when Crack Rock called Ronnie. Yeah, that's who I was thinking about. That's exactly who I pictured in my head. Yes, girl, Mr. Ma'am. Hey, Black Beauty Gaming. Hey, love. But yeah, so pretty crazy, y'all. Pretty crazy. Oh, yeah, I gotta show y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. How do I do this? Here we go. I gotta show y'all another clip of her too. Cause she was talking about Tank, the boxer that her coach trains and whatnot. And I guess she was also responding to Ryan because he basically said he would be like, he was talking about like a rematch with Tank, but he basically said he wants to do it like on his terms and whatnot. So she responded to that. Girl, ass kissing Mr. Tank. Okay. Like, girl, let me show y'all that real quick. Cause I'm like, girl. And then listen to what she says.
I'm just trying to understand this boxing world stuff. So just help me understand. Walk me through it for real. Because I could have sworn that everybody that's calling out Tank was the same people that loved and studied him and was impacted by him. And and it's like, and I get it. You have to, trash talk to get people talking, or you have to do certain things, but stop being delusional. Y'all need to stop being delusional. Y'all know who Tank is. Y'all know why y'all calling him out. Why are you calling him out though? He gonna let you know when he wanna box. He gonna let you know if he wanna fight. He is that guy that's gonna let you know. You can't be the narrative of somebody else's story or try to it's weird. I don't like it. And then it's like, he did any and everything he could do in this boxing world. Who else there for him to fight? If he'd fight anybody in this world, it would be helping them out. Obviously, he'll benefit off of it from the money, but I'm saying, like, that's how legit he is. He'll benefit off the money, but he's literally helping the next person. Here go your handout. I think he probably got to a point, I could be wrong, he tired of giving y'all handouts. I sit back and watch you go get a fight that's bigger than him. I wait. There's no one. There's no fight that's bigger than him. There's no fight that's bigger than him. There's no fight that's bigger than Tank. Oh, you calling him out? You letting the interviewers disrespect him because it strokes your ego? I just think it's foul play. I don't agree with it. I could be wrong, but I'm sticking with what I said. I'm just trying to understand this boxing world stuff. So just
Okay, ciao. Now, it's crazy how she trying to tell people to stop being quote unquote delusional. Like, when you're the most delusional of them all. Like, girl, what are you talking about? Okay. And then a lot of the stuff that she said, I'm like, huh? Like, this girl cannot like form a sentence that actually makes sense for shit. Okay, because honey, I was perplexed. Like, huh? What? And why are you coming up here like trying to like, oh, I'm gonna defend Tank? Like, girl, you don't even know dude like that. Go, let's be real, okay? Like, just crazy work. And then as far as her talking about, oh, help me understand the boxing world, like, you're not even a professional boxer, ma'am. Okay, like, what, huh? Like, we already established that. I think the Damon dude can't even host real boxing matches, and because he doesn't have the proper licensing and stuff like that. Like, You know, so it's really not the real deal Holyfield. It's just like, you know, for entertainment purposes. Literally. But this whole boxing, you know, this whole X Rumble stuff got her feeling like she the next Clarissa Shields or somebody, child, cause baby, or like the female Tank. Cause if you notice, like in that match with Zenith, it was given like she was trying to um kind of take on like Tank's energy. Like I done seen side by side photos. I'm like, damn, she really trying to look like him and everything. Like it's a little strange. Okay. But yeah, like that girl, child, like she really feels some type of way about Ryan Garcia. Like, girl, get over it. Like you fumbled an opportunity all because you thought, oh, he wants me. He wants me. He wants to date. He wants to go on a date with me because he wants to go rock climbing. Like, child, girl, please. A hot mess. You said that is two of her many personalities fusing together. Let's incomplete thoughts. Yeah. Yeah. Does she know Tank has a couple of DV charges? Right, exactly. If she only knew how she really looked, she wouldn't be up loose in the phone like that. I'm weak. If she had one celebrity amateur boxing match and she's a pro, exactly. And won by 1 point at that. I'm gonna keep saying that because girl, you barely took that win. Like literally, if old girl would have got a couple more hits in, like she would have beat you. Come on now. Yeah, Craig Rock is the queen of delusions, exactly. Like you got your nerve talking about some. Oh, stop being delusional. How about you stop being delusional and go take your son to a damn pediatrician? Okay, what, girl? You are the last person to be talking about somebody, you know, trying to tell somebody to stop being delusional. Okay. He said she's so disgusting laying in bed with her son with no clothes on. Right. Yeah, crazy. He said, Rock, shut the F up, you weirdo. You don't understand anything but how to break the law and scam your fans. Exactly. Has she been hollering outside, drinking and smoking all night? I sound like this in the morning. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Probably got a hangover. And I heard a family member of church, and that's the other. Oh, that's the other rumor. The Tank, she's more AB speed. I bet she won't. She won't with AB, right? So the only Tank I know is a singer. Right. Yeah, love me some Tank. Yeah, she always name dropping, right? Just like she did with that what his name? Deion Sanders. She couldn't wait to say something about him. You know, the stud chick is the daughter of the assistant coach. Oh, and she's a boxer. Oh, okay. Interesting. Ciao. Yeah, Gervonta Davis. Um, but yeah, so ciao, Amos. Oh, this girl is so slow. It's crazy. Super slow. And she be thinking she be like she thought she ate that, honey. Like, girl, you be sounding so stupid. Like she thought she ate. Girl, please. Girl, please. I do have another video of her little night out because they was in the middle of the street, child, doing the most. Let me show y'all that before I forget. Because I just thought about that. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I think I passed it. Yeah, I did pass it. Here you go. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, shout out to All About the Tea. It says, woo child. Chrisean has social media talking again after clips from her latest night out started making rounds online. Fans quickly flooded the comments questioning what happened to her recent Christian rebrand, while others were more focused on asking who was home watching Junior during the partying. Okay. So here we go.
I love this today, y'all. I love this today.
Come on, we at the green light, bro. It's green light. We on that traffic.
We done work. We done work. We only got thinking for my kids. Everything that I did. What is Siggy like? Everything that happened in my life, it was good. Yeah, understand me.
Hey, Rod, where you at with it, Rod? Green light now. Green light, bro. Okay. Dumbass next.
Ciao. Okay. I miss. You know, her dancing in the street and stuff, that took me back to when Charlotte was in McDonald's with them little boys. Child, that's why Chrisean, that is Charlotte Jr. Okay. For real. But yeah, honey, okay. She was out living her best life, honey. You know, definitely under the influence of something, okay? For sure. Slowly, she be slipping back into it, but that's because she's lukewarm. So, she's a lukewarm Christian, obviously. All right. Child, a mess. She's literally the only celebrity where fans are worried about her child. Jesus. I could speak from a parent who never gets a chance to go out because I have a child with special needs and it's not too many people who can handle her condition. It gets very overwhelming constantly being in the house. Everyone needs a little me time or girls' night out to reset your mind and mentals. Driving around on that suspended driver's license, right? High as a kite. He said, "Who y'all don't ask Young Miami who's watching her kids when she's out. Child, here we go. She Hollywood, don't ever get it twisted. She literally not doing anything wrong, just like because she gave her life to God, don't mean she can't have fun. And she's sober. You don't know if she's sober. Crazy work. But yeah. Okay, child, a hot mess. And yeah, that's true. As parents and you have kids, like, yeah, of course you need time, but it's just like, I feel like it's a little bit different when, there's some things that need to be handled. It'll be different if she's actually a mom and she's, taking care of her child's needs and stuff like that. But, like she said, she tried to tell Ryan he got bigger fish to fry. You got bigger fish to fry. Okay, like what? I just feel like it's different when when being a real mom versus just kind of doing the bare minimum, like if that. At least do the bare minimum. You're not even doing that. You don't take this baby to the doctor. It really is really giving you really don't give a damn. Because all this time that has gone by and you still haven't addressed his medical needs that you see is happening, that you see, like she could sit here and pretend she's oblivious to it all she wants. But for somebody that comes from a big family, okay, you got what, 11 siblings and like damn near 60 nieces and nephews. Okay, like you should have some sort of clue, excuse me, as to where Junior should be at his age. Okay. So it's like, a lot of the moms that do have their me time or want to step out for a night, they're actually taking care of their kids. They're actually doing what needs to be done. They're actually, you know, they get shit done. All right. Now, in her case, like, no, that should be the last thing on your mind, right? You should be there for your son. You should be making sure he's up to par. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. And then on top of that, you claim to be so godly. Shouldn't you be, at home reading the Bible or something? Okay. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You said she has to be alone in her thoughts at some point in the day, and I know it eats her up. She did that as a dream. Yep. Oh yeah, definitely. She does that same old stupid dance trying to look like Blue. I'm weak. Yeah, they're all getting together because it's almost time. I said what I said, child. Oh, you think she's doing it for Blue? She is back on, substances again. I hope she paid rent for you, right? Oh yeah, it's definitely given. Drunk, high, or both. It was only a matter of time, Rocktards, right? Junior is in the house watching himself. Probably is. Child probably is. That's crazy. And she really feels like she's up there, and Ryan or Blueface ain't even up there. Exactly. Clock it. Like, child a mess. And she's a personality vampire? Absolutely. Oh, most definitely. Oh, hey, KJ. Hey, love. And Miss Your Lives, who noticed when she has a few dollars, she back to being loud. Yeah, she definitely relapsed. Yeah, exactly. She did. But hey, good to see you, love. Is she evil with no conscience? Right. I agree. Her fans need to be asking how she loves Jesus so much, but she ends up partying in clubs. And while we still ain't seen that child in a doctor's office or physical therapy facility. Exactly. Exactly. It's a hot mess. It truly, truly is. But yeah, y'all, there is that. I did want to show y'all. Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, let me show y'all Junior because he was with his cousins. Hold on, let me show y'all real quick. Okay, shout out to Corey Lombardi. It says observers couldn't help but notice Crystal Rock and her relatives attempting to orchestrate affectionate moments between almost 3-year-old Sonny Doe and his baby cousins. And if you look closely, you'll see they used the bag to support him sitting up because his posture was so badly slouched. At what point will Shawty accept that her son is disabled and needs real intervention, specialist, and mobility support already? Because basic interaction with other people shouldn't have to be forced, right? All right, so there he is in the little wagon with his cousins. I think that's Tareen's granddaughter and Luella right here in the green. But let's get into it, y'all.
I ain't gonna know what to say.
No, he's like, I'm nationwide, in between East Coast, West Coast. My baby was born in Baltimore. From Baltimore. At Union City. We got to They having fun. Hey, Luella. She put you. All right, this where we go, Cali, nigga. We was going Baltimore.
They gonna have a hell of a radio. They ain't gonna where you from, bro?
Ciao.
I ain't gonna know what to say.
No, he's like, I'm nationwide, in between East Coast, West Coast. My baby was born in Baltimore.
She talking about nah, ninja. Okay, Miss Galway. All right, but as you can see, there is a bag behind Junior. Okay, but there's no bags behind the other babies. All right. Ciao, Amos. And then, like, you know, he's trying to keep the arm behind the baby. That's crazy. Poor Junior. And it's like, I know people are seeing this, you know, like, what? Why isn't anybody trying to tell this girl, like, hey, why don't you, you know, take him to a doctor? Like, all this staging and trying to pretend he's normal is crazy. Like, come on, man. If I would have not known who Junior was and I seen him like this with all these babies, I would have thought he was like 1-2 years old. You know, this baby's almost 3 years old. He don't even look 2. He looks really small. You know? But it's just like people just ignore the elephant in the room, like, and just try to, you know, I get you want him to feel like, you know, it's normal, but it's not. It's not. And it's wild to me how they just nothing's being done here. Okay. Crazy. It says not walking, talking, or eating on his own at almost 3 is bad enough, but watching grown people have to stage basic interactions with him and much younger kids is even sadder. And they gotta stop playing and set him up with a specialist intervention and a wheelchair already, right? Yeah, for real. Like it's just ridiculous at this point. Yeah, that poor little boy is blind as a bat. You could tell he has no idea what's going on. He couldn't even see the little girl's hand coming towards his face. He's not even looking around at what's going on around him. Just there, propped up with a bag behind him for security, and the little girl sitting on him. Child. Yeah, that boy was super aggressive with him. Like, he been irritated all day. It's like none of them like him for real. And he's the smallest one out of the 1-year-old bunch. Child. You could see here his smiles are completely involuntary, like 85% of the time. They just come and go unprovoked. Yet her followers swear up and down he's so loved and happy, right? Do he always use his hand backwards? I'm just now noticing this. Yeah, he do. He sure do. Bending his arms around like Gumby. Poor boy's head is unsteady like a newborn. Can't remove his own arm from being stuck on girl's shoulder. Can't interact with his surroundings verbally or non-verbally. Can't point a finger. Can't blink his eyes. Can't really communicate at all. Really, just there. Yeah, pretty much. The way she hollered at Luella for merely reacting tells me everything I need to know about how she does Junior off camera. And the lights are on, but no one's home. And he can't see. I thought Luella was scared of Chrisean, and she bend his arm backwards. Why don't y'all? The side note, glad Serene got to see him, but if I was her daughter, I'm keeping her at arm's reach. The Serene grandbaby just turned 1, and she is the same size as Junior. On what planet is a new 1-year-old and almost 3-year-old the same size? Anybody want to explain this to me? Right. Yep. Are these the cousins she said he be chasing? Right. Yeah, this is getting out of hand. It is. Been getting out of hand. Yet Serene's grandbaby is more aware than Junior. She looked right at the guy as soon as he touched her head, and Junior didn't even bother to see or notice who touched his arm. Right. Ain't even paying attention. That's crazy. Oh, that is so sad. Super sad, man. Because, yeah, at this point, I definitely believe that Junior, it's either he needs a wheelchair or like some leg braces for sure. He's going to need some type of equipment to assist him, you know. And that's why she always got him in a stroller, or like stroller is basically his wheelchair if you think about it. Okay. Yeah, sad, man. It's sad that she'd rather do this than just get him the help he needs. Because it's clear as day that this baby is severely developmentally delayed. Okay. Severely. Crazy. And it's crazy to think he's going to be 3 soon. Like, wow. And these months are going to fly. And before you know it, that baby's going to be 3. And then what's going to be the excuse? Like, that's crazy. And she can't take him to the park and let him walk, but he can't. Oh, she can take him to the park and let him walk, but he can't walk out of the establishment. Exactly. Exactly. Junior doesn't even know what's going on or even know what his cousins or anyone else looks like. Child. Yeah, he probably can't. He probably do got some vision issues, you know. And if he can't see, is very little. He's probably gonna need glasses too, you know. If he has vision. I feel like he may have a little bit of vision, but it's probably not that good, you know. They maybe gonna need glasses, a wheelchair, you know, all type of stuff. And the way her family goes along with it lets me know none of them have real jobs. Right. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That arm backwards is a telltale sign. Exactly. That's not normal. It's definitely not normal. He's not engaging with the other children. Exactly. He's not. At all. Did they just force his arm around the baby? Sure did. And that crusty pacifier is so gross it could start its own pandemic. Right, darling. For real. He is very frail and tiny for 3 years old. Yeah, he is. Absolutely is. His junior don't know if he's coming or going. He definitely can't see. He's not looking or playing with them. Right. He's sure not. Just there. He's just there, literally. That's why I said, it's no way this girl, because remember she talking about she got him a therapist, so he gonna be walking soon. Like, no, it's no way that doctor said, oh, let's work on his walking first. No, it's so much more issues to tackle here before that even happens. You got to get the cognitive issues together, and because he don't even be, it's just no awareness there, like he be looking confused and all type of stuff. Absolutely. You say he has cortical visual impairment. It's an issue in his brain, not his eye strain. Yeah, sadly, glasses may not help him. Yeah, that's true. Because, the eyes have, the vision is definitely connected to the brain, So if there is vision issues, it definitely could have a lot to do with his noggin, Absolutely. He's going to need a wheelchair soon. I've seen a lot of people who have to be in wheelchairs for their entire life. Some can't even operate their chair themselves. Yeah, she's not capable of taking care of him. She's not. She's not at all. Like, no, I feel like somebody going to have to take over. I don't think Chrisean has the patience to deal with that. I don't think she has the patience. It's going to be like he going to be a burden to her and what she trying to do with, with her life. She already low-key treats him like a burden. So it's like, yeah, I don't think she's going to be able to. You have to definitely have patience and, empathy, all type of stuff is what's needed, for him to really thrive for real. I would never exploit a child like that, right? Yeah, I still think she has been shaken baby. Oh, he has been shaken baby abuse. Yeah, definitely could be. Oh yeah, definitely could be the case. Yes, I see his legs are pinned as well because he has all those random movements, uncontrollable. Exactly. Yep. Yep, that part. She needs to do what my friend did and let someone else raise him. Yeah, she do. Honestly. She might as well go and have Tareen take over. I feel like Tareen would, definitely make sure he gets the medical care that he needs, the medical attention that he needs. She already helping with her other grandkids, So I think that, he's better off with Tareen. If they kissed and made up, then I mean, might as well, because you obviously over there just worried about yourself and what you trying to do. Junior's the last of your concerns. Okay. I mean, that's what it's given. I believe she won't because of what others might think. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She wants to prove the quote unquote haters wrong. You shouldn't be thinking about that, but she does. And I don't think that, yeah, she'll never do that. She'd rather just make sure she has him and, continue to be selfish, really. Because that's ultimately what's going on here. Like, and that's sad because as a mother, the baby should always come first. Nobody should be having to tell you to take care of your child. Nobody should be on this internet having to voice their concerns about your parenting. Okay, like that's crazy. The way Junior is being cared for and at a bare minimum is easiest for his evil mother. Exactly. Yep, that part. And that's why I said, is it even the bare minimum? Like, she not even trying to make sure he eat, Like he's just like he's just been on this liquid diet since birth. He's not getting the proper nutrients. And there's so many more things that I could sit here and say, like, I don't even think she's doing the bare minimum. Really? Yeah, that's probably what Chrisean trying to do, get help from Taryn. Yeah, could be. And that's why she will never make it past the internet. Yeah, she missed her window of opportunity 3 years ago. Exactly. Clock that T. She's too proud, and his story is her bread and butter. Exactly. And she did miss her opportunity. Absolutely did. And that's why she's trying to do any and everything to stay, to stay in the in the blogs or to gain some sort of attention. His hands have been flipping in like that since he was an infant. Bad sign of brain injury, a sign of a palsy of some sort. Yeah. That's crazy. I was like, yeah, that really is not normal. Let me see if I can find something. Yeah. I'm in pain. Yeah, it has something to do with his hold on 1 second. So she want to give Junior back to the kidnappers? Child, right. Oh, it's crazy, man. And she ain't, because his hair would be calm. That's the bare minimum. Yeah. Be clean. Have a decent meal. Regular, checkups and making sure the immunizations is up to par. That to me is the bare minimum. Yeah, I think Tareen will be the one who convinces her to get him the help. I sure do hope so. I sure do hope so. Somebody need to, because baby, you said type in cerebral palsy. Let me see. And that's crazy because I was just learning about cerebral palsy at my school. And I was like, I did think about Junior. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Hold on, let me type it in real quick so y'all can see. Oops, hold on. Yeah, it'd be crazy because, like, the stuff that we be talking about over here, like, it just seems like when we be talking about it, like, it be popping up in my class. Like damn. Crazy work. But it says cerebral palsy in toddlers primarily affects muscle tone, movement, and coordination. Common indicators include delayed developmental milestones, like not walking by 18 months, abnormal muscle stiffness or floppiness, uneven crawling, walking on tippy toes, and poor balance. Symptoms may vary depending on the type and severity of CP, but toddlers typically show abnormal muscle tone. Limbs may feel overly stiff or too loose, favoring one side, usually using one hand to reach toys or dragging one leg while crawling. Walking abnormalities, walking on tiptoes, a crouched scissored gait, knees crossing, or a wide unsteady stance. Involuntary movements, jerky, shaking, or slow writhing motions. Fine motor delays, difficulty picking up small objects, holding utensils, or stacking blocks. Then growth development delay milestones, missing or falling behind on motor skills, such as an inability to walk independently or stand without support. Persistent primitive reflexes, retaining involuntary baby reflexes past the stage when they should naturally disappear. Yep. That's crazy. Feeding and communication, eating difficulties, trouble swallowing or chewing, often resulting in excessive drooling, speech delays, difficulty forming words or sounds for their age, sensory challenges, potential vision or hearing impairments, seizures. Some toddlers may experience epileptic seizures. Child. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I want to get like the definition too. It says cerebral palsy is a group of lifelong neurological disorders that permanently affect a person's ability to move, maintain balance, and hold posture. According to CDC, it is the most common motor disability diagnosed during childhood. The word cerebral means relating to the brain, and palsy refers to muscle weakness or control problems. All right. That's crazy. The underlying problem stems from abnormal development or an injury to the motor control areas of the developing brain. There's different types of CP. Common causes. Most cases are congenital, meaning the brain damage occurred before or during birth. While the exact trigger is often unknown, common factors include premature birth, low birth weight, maternal infections, or disrupted blood flow to the fetal brain. A small percentage is acquired caused by brain infections like meningitis or head traumas during early infancy. A person with mild CP might walk with a slight limp and live entirely independently, while someone with severe CP may rely on a wheelchair or require lifelong intensive care. While there is no cure, early intervention is vital. Okay. Multidisciplinary rehabilitation programs include physical, occupational, and speech therapies. It helps children maximize their mobility and strengthen communication skills and also build independence. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, that he did check all the boxes. Okay. That's crazy. If she got him help, he would have been better by now. Exactly. It's crazy. Purdue's MedDocs, he also has Manocephaly. Manocephaly. Let me see. Cephaly. Oh, you must have meant anencephaly. is a severe neural tube defect where a baby is born without parts of the brain, skull, and scalp. Oh wow. That's the one that popped up. Yeah, Junior has a lot of those signs. He does. You know, a lot of people have been saying they feel like he be having absent seizures. You know, he definitely be having involuntary movements. Um, you know, he obviously can't chew or swallow food. Um, yeah, that's insane. That is crazy. And yeah, it has a lot to do with the motor skills too. And then the fact that they say, developmental delays is a huge sign and symptom. That's pretty crazy too. No, I'm in medical school. I'm in medical school right now. But I do want to thinking about doing a nursing program too once I finish. You see, yes, when I worked in the CP clinic, a lot of those kids were also on seizure meds. Really? Wow. That is so crazy. That's sad. It said that on Junior's leaked medical records. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out because I don't think I remember seeing that. Yeah, microcephaly. Yeah, I gotta find the medical record again. But microcephaly is a neurological condition in which an infant's head is significantly smaller than normal for their age and sex. Let me put it in toddlers. Caused by abnormal brain development or slowed growth, it often leads to intellectual disabilities. Though some children experience normal intelligence, there's no cure, but early interventions maximize development. Symptoms: poor balance, motor function issues, spasticity, seizures, or feeding difficulties, intellectual and cognitive disabilities, and developmental delays, walking, sitting, or talking later than peers. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. They'll need physical therapy to improve muscle control and balance, occupational therapy to assist with daily living and motor skills, and speech therapy to help with communication delays and feeding challenges. That's crazy. Yeah, poor Junior. Hashtag safe Junior. For real. You said these were separate docs though at an imaging place when he was like a month or so old. Oh, really? His brain is not fully developed. And you know what? That would make sense because I mean he's not very alert. He's not very alert for a almost 3-year-old. You saw him on another channel. We've been breaking down Junior's condition since his birth. It a lot. It pointed to cerebral palsy. Yeah, that's looking like what it could, what could definitely be going on with him. And that's sad. Oh, thank you, y'all. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely challenging, but I actually love it. I've been learning so much about different diseases and disorders and stuff like that. The fact that she waited 3 days after her water broke messed him up more too. Yeah, that could have been it too. Definitely could have played a factor in it for sure. And then the fact that she gave birth to him through an infected canal. And then on top of that was drinking and smoking the entire pregnancy. Probably didn't help, right? So poor Junior. He's been in survival mode since he been in the womb, honey. Okay, poor baby. I went to the hospital an hour after my water broke, and that's only because my husband was 45 minutes away at work. Oh, wow. Damn, that's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, y'all, pretty crazy. I did want to show y'all too somebody, I think it was Nikki that sent me a video that the pastor had posted, right? And it sounded like it was talking about Miss Holy Hands, okay? Miss Yahweh. All right. Let me show y'all real quick.
What are you here for? Is your time in praise and worship just a buffer because you've gotten so acquainted with church that church is not transforming your thinking to the degree that your living is the byproduct of what you were supposed to be getting and getting out of this ministry? Sometimes, instead of going through these routines, let's just sit down. Let us examine what we're doing. But more importantly, what are we getting? Am I just coming in here and going to spend another Sunday that's not going to indelibly impact my choices this week? Like, am I going to go home and be the same nasty, cussing Christian that I was, the same weed smoking Christian, the same fornicating Christian, the same adultery committing Christian, the same lying Christian? Is there anything about these encounters that's impacting your personality to the degree said, Lord, change me? What are you here for? Is your time?
Child. Okay, so somebody has sent me that because they're like, is he talking about Chrisean? I'm like, it sure do sound like it. Okay. And he do be like low key, like shading her in his little sermons and stuff. Like, if you really listen. Like, child, a mess. But yeah, y'all, just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Thought that was interesting. Right, but that's pretty much it for tonight, y'all. Or actually, I could show y'all. One second, let me see here. The little dinner that they was at, because you could see there's like, let me show y'all real quick.
You remember her? That's the best friend. What friend was she was? I ain't never seen smile like that.
She's just the cussing. But yeah, hold on. Because I wanted y'all to see.
You remember her? That's the best friend. What friend was she was?
Okay, so there is a glass of wine or champagne or whatever that is. All right. So she definitely drinking.
I ain't never seen smile like that. He's trying hard as shit. He's trying hard as shit. Yeah, he the baby. Deshaun the baby girl, Peter the baby. Furry, the baby boy. They know. No, I didn't put you on there, my boy. You remember?
Child. Okay. What's her name? Chastity so fake. Oh my goodness. Like, girl, you was just saying, oh God, so much to say about her. Now you a kiki kid smiling. Huh. Now I know, like, yeah, they're family, but I don't know, just the how far it went between her and Chrisean. It's just like, I don't know. Because Chastity especially had a lot to say about her. So, interesting. You said, of course she's drinking, and Chastity is ridiculous. She said her baby was scared of Chrisean. I never go around her again. Exactly. She sure did. And she was talking about Junior, how she don't be changing his diaper or something like that. All kind of stuff she said. He said the Ballones are a weird bunch. Very much so. Very much so. Yeah, I'm truly sick of this demon crack rock, right? For real. Is that why she laughed like that? Yeah. Child. Yeah, diabolical. Exactly. He said Chastity low-key showing the people what we need to know. Low-key, huh? Exactly. What we already knew. He said they're also broken, lost, delusional, and demonically oppressed. Yeah, possessed. Exactly. All of them. All of them. Yeah, definitely. Very strange family. Okay. For real. All liars, scammers, and schemers, and all kind of stuff. Crazy work. And yeah, that was Tareen at the table. So I guess, for them to be in the same vicinity, they must have made up. All right, child. Well, for her being around Tareen, or even like Blueface, right? It's given like keep your enemies closer type of thing. Like, like she knows they got the tea on her and, all type of stuff. So maybe she's just trying to like, get them back on her good side. So they don't do so they don't do nothing against her or towards her type of thing. For real. Child, yeah, this is a hot mess. I'm never against, family making up and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I think with them, it's like they just be sweeping it under the rug and pretending like, I feel like a good conversation needs to be had, but it probably can't even be had because they all just hot headed and they've been started tussling or something, child, but I don't know. Like me personally, at my big age, I'm not finna be cool and kumbaya with you. If we fell out, like, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Like, tell me what I did that I could have did differently, or what you feel like I did to you, and vice versa, and then let's kind of like squash it and move forward. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they be doing that. I think they just be like, oh, well, we're family, so yeah, I said what I said, you said what you said. Anyways, what we having for lunch, type of thing. You said, but they'll never trust her again if they smart, right? I sure wouldn't. That girl is a snake. Absolutely, She'll snake her family. She'll snake anybody. It won't work because another mad day will definitely come. Oh yeah, most definitely. It's only a matter of time. They in their little honeymoon phase right now. Child. And there's Tion Tareen words from an exchange. There's Tion Tareen words from an exchange between her and Ronnie. Oh, really? Mm-mm-mm. I remember them having a back and forth on the internet. And Tareen was definitely, I don't know, that lady something else. I think she was mad because didn't Ronnie expose her for like being with her pastor or something like that, messing with her pastor? Right, a real conversation where we all tell the truth would be required, or we don't need to interact. Exactly. Exactly. And she did the ultimate betrayal to Tifa. That's damn near unforgivable. Yeah, no, for real. Because that was just super uncalled for. Like, that girl always talking about people do stuff for clout and for the cameras. Girl, that's all you do. Okay. On them little baddie shows and stuff. Girl, please. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I don't blame Tasiki for keeping her distance because I wouldn't want to. And she tried, Tasiki tried to mend the fence. Even then, like, I don't think they had a real conversation about it. Like, as far as like what Tasiki said, she said she just called her one day and she started not to answer, but she did, and then they was back cool. So yeah, like I couldn't do it. I'm not finna just sit here and pretend like what happened didn't happen. Like, no, yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. But you starved my kid and must have put your hands on her more than a pinch or a pop on the hand and butt. Yeah, we would not be cool like that again. Exactly. About my kid, hell no. And there was witnesses because her own blogger, her own super fan blogger had came out and said, oh, she wasn't feeding them. She wasn't feeding Luella or Junior. Some other shit she said. And she was being mean to them and all type of shit. Like, that's crazy. Is there a family show coming? Could be, I guess. Definitely could be. Carissa be saying the same thing now. They don't think everyone wants clout off them when it's always the people around them that draws the attention. Exactly. Not for real. Remember the last time at Tareen House, everyone was happy because of a show? I think I faintly remember Tareen saying something about that, actually. They was supposed to do a family show or something. Was it Tareen? I think it was Tareen. Child. That's gonna be a hot mess if that were to occur. Like, child. But I don't know if that would happen because Chrisean don't want to put her family on for real. You see what happened with Tasiki. She tried to sabotage her opportunity with baddies. Like, she really only want to be the like only one from her family that got some type of quote unquote clout. Yeah, she was honest with herself. She know how to weave out the good from bad, agree from needy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, just a hot ass mess. Hot mess. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I did see China up here talking about she saw Junior walking, which is crazy. Like the whole family just full of liars. Okay, like all of them just liars. it must be in their DNA or their blood or something, child. Cause honey, the way y'all just be up here lying. Okay. Sean already came out and said, he'll be walking soon, meaning he's not walking yet. Okay. And won't be walking until she gets him a specialist. Ciao, a mess. But anyways, y'all, I am going to go ahead and head on out. Thank you so much for pulling up. I so greatly appreciate it. And I really hope y'all enjoyed the show, okay? Shout out to my love buzz, period. Y'all already know what it is. I love y'all so much. So much. Thank you for everything, okay? Don't forget to hit that like, y'all. If y'all haven't already, go ahead and hit that like for me. All right. And I will see y'all probably... I may be doing something on Friday, but if I'm not doing anything on Friday, I will be up here, okay? Yes. So I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's night, morning, okay? And I will see y'all next time, all right? Stay safe, stay blessed, and take care, y'all. Bye.